Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's up?
What up? We got our buddy Andy here. I don't know if you want to use last names or not, but
You can definitely say my last name.
Andy Goodtruck.
I don't think I have anyone following me.
He runs.
Who knows, man? You might have some secret stalkers out in the back.
I hope not.
Yeah, Andy runs. What's the name of your company?
All City Adjusting.
All City Adjusting, right? Is it based out of Indiana, or you do it around here too?
So we're in 40 states now.
Oh, shit.
Over states. Our main, our home state is Indiana.
I'm over here thinking you're like Chicagoland area.
No. We do large loss. So we moved on. We changed the whole company culture, and we moved on to just do. We do large loss through 40. So it's over 40 states. So it was funny actually. There was a podcast where there were two hosts talking to each other. One was from Indiana, one was from California, and they're talking about a claim they both had each. And on the podcast, it came out that it was me that handled both of the claims. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, you do claims and adjustments for loss, right? Insurance losses.
Correct. For insurance loss, property claims, mostly large loss, so anything 100,000 and up. Pretty much fire claims, and then with some water claims and tree in a house, but anything pretty much large loss.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Is there like a monetary minimum for large loss?
100,000.
Okay.
100,000. Okay. Not to say we wouldn't take smaller claims or
Right.
help with small claims. We definitely do.
100%.
But the company culture and the way we're going is there's some people that will help out and do some smaller claims.
Hey, Paul, you got something written on the back of your shirt. What does it say?
Let's see. I can't read it. Hold on.
What's it? 100%.
100%. The mic wasn't in the way,
100%.
but we got shirts. We finally got merch.
Do I get one of these? merch?
Nah, bro, we got to order some more. That's for sure. Still haven't paid for these.
Our printer, the guy who prints them, sent us a collections notice.
No, he said he's gonna send me an invoice. Still hasn't.
Oh,
so
well, he forgot that.
And,
We're good.
you know,
So he forgot.
Then I would keep ordering.
Just put it.
He literally-
Hey, just put it on a bill.
he literally texted me. He's like, "Hey, I left everything in a box outside. Just grab it." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, dude." He's like, "I'll send you an invoice like next week sometime." I'm like, "Yep, all right."
Send me his number.
Let me reach out for 100 shirt order.
So,
right off the bat.
Yeah, they look good though, the shirts.
Yeah,
They're comfortable too.
And we
If
got
it
that.
wasn't
We
so
got the
goddamn hot, it'd be
hats
nice.
too. So we got the hats. I mean, if
He
people
did the hats.
he did the hats and the shirts. Yeah, he does sweaters, zip ups. He does embroidery. He does signs as well and stuff like that.
You might. I don't know if it's fair to ask what a shirt costs.
I couldn't tell you because I haven't gotten invoiced yet.
Good answer.
That's good. That's the right response. Yeah. So you said you guys do basically 100K plus claims. You said fire mostly. You said you're 40 states.
40 states. Yeah, we started with Illinois. That was the home state. Then we moved home state to Indiana, and then
You moved yourself.
we moved moved myself to Indiana, correct. And then as we grew, we had a couple investors, and they kept buying in different states. So as they grew, we kind of followed them.
Oh, nice.
And then just moved on with them to different states and reciprocate our license state by state, and that's just kind of how we.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's a good name. All City means all cities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted all state, but that was taken. So. I really did.
Then you'd have to be in 50 states. You can't do 40.
I remember they're sitting thinking of names. I'm like, oh, I got one. This would be so cool. Allstate. I'm like, oh, goddamn, that's taken. Damn it. There's a reason it's taken.
Yeah, right. It makes sense for sure. Well, that's good. And the business expanded. So you basically what you did is you scaled the business from 1 to 100, basically. You could say almost.
Yeah, we definitely scaled. It was a rough road. We started out doing some restoration, and then 5 years into the business, we kind of we changed the model and said, hey, we're just going to do adjusting. That's all we're going to do. We're going to grow the adjusting business. We're done. Like, if we're going to focus on one thing and like one type of loss, large loss, like that's going to be our specialty, and that's what we'll build our team. And today, actually, we had a conversation with an attorney that was looking to use us for inventorying. One of their clients had a fire, and they were trying to find someone to go in and inventory contents, dig through the stuff. And he's like, I've talked to so many PAs, and no one does inventory. I'm like, that's one of our biggest selling points. Like, we actually have our own in-house team that digs through everything, and then girls in the office that are pricing this stuff.
Nice.
Right.
And I know there's companies out there that you can outsource this stuff, and there's like people in Asia, inventorying stuff. But in Asia, who knows like what this is, right? Like this custom software, like stuff
Definitely
that's in
This very antique
yeah, correct.
bench.
But regardless, like, how are they going to know? They've never lived in America. They don't know the
Right.
stuff we have, and some of the personal property. So you really need people here, I think, that know some of this stuff. So.
Well, I mean, being in person, on the spot, on a location, definitely makes a big difference
And
compared to somebody on
have
computer,
to.
right?
I'm sure
I
it's
mean,
important to a lot of people, right?
100%.
Especially if you just went through a large loss. Like, it's good to have somebody there, right, to talk to and stuff
You
like
got to
that.
think each person, average home, their policy for just the contents on personal property is going to be 200,000 and up.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have over 400,000. They don't even know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
we can
that
dig
adds
through.
up quick, yeah.
Yeah, one bedroom. We were just doing a claim in Ohio, and one of the master. Oh, so the master closet alone was 55,000.
Oh,
Just 55,000 in the closet. Chris spent like a week there, just inventorying the closet. That's how much stuff there was.
it's a big
Think about that.
closet.
And this is
It's a lot of money
Yeah,
in clothes in a closet.
Nah.
yeah. These guys are
Let me
walking
guess.
around.
There was.
These clients are pretty happy.
I bet you there probably wasn't any guys' clothes in there.
No, he's an attorney. He actually had some really nice.
I was
stuff.
gonna say
Oh,
unless
okay.
he had like
I know.
Rolexes in there. You know?
Not to say that his wife didn't have really nice stuff, but that's the thing we focus on: growing it and building everything in house and having our own team, not outsourcing stuff, and being able to handle stuff on our time.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
are you guys interconnected, all the locations, or like does each one kind of run independently?
No, so everything's out of our headquarters in Indiana. We have offices in different states,
Right.
But we're able to deploy since we do large loss, and obviously it's not like hail. We're doing 10 claims in one neighborhood.
Right.
You're doing one large loss here in this state.
So you're just sending guys out there.
correct.
For
Like, well, one
weeks
of our
at a
guys
time?
just went to Texas and just did double claims. One in I think San Antonio, the other one I don't know where it was, not far.
How long was he there for?
He knocked him out and flew in morning. I think knocked out both in one day and then flew back the next day.
Oh wow,
Quick
correct.
turnaround.
it's a quick worker.
Yeah, and then yeah. We move pretty quick. I mean,
Yeah.
again, everyone that's been on the team has been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, and I'm sure you want to get the client paid as fast as possible, right?
Well, we work on contingency, so we
Right.
don't get paid till they get paid, and
Right,
everyone
exactly.
wants their claim paid. Like this is the first question they ask us is like, hey, if we hire you, how long is this going to
Yeah.
take? Okay, well, we move quick. Like we'll build we'll build the whole documentation, present everything to insurance within 2 weeks, but the insurance might take 3 months. That's hard to say depending on who
Almost
the
a
insurance
year.
is. Yeah, exactly. You know, you had a storm claim, so you know how it goes.
Yeah.
it
Took
take forever.
A freaking while. Yeah. But it got taken care of. You guys took care of it. I mean, it
Correct.
worked out perfectly. Everything
and
was what it was
obviously,
supposed to be.
yeah, and obviously, since you get paid out of that, you're gonna make sure that customer's getting that client's getting paid.
100%.
Right, and you're gonna be on top of it. And you're gonna be calling them, and be like, "Where's their money?"
So one of the reasons when we started in Illinois is one of the few states that allows you to do adjusting and construction, right, and intermingle the two. Well, once you start working in other states, you realize, hey, that's illegal. Most states,
Oh,
you can
really?
only adjust or you can do construction. You can't do both.
That makes
Well,
sense.
Which, when you look back, you look at it's like it's kind of a conflict of interest if you look at it. Because now, when we were doing construction, if you didn't get the claim 100% paid, like your situation, right? Maybe we just got 60% of it paid. Well, we were still going to do all the work, so we were going to
Yeah.
make really good margins on the work.
Yeah,
right?
right.
You don't really care if you get fully paid. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
When you're doing just adjusting, like we'll fight tooth and nail till the end, till we exhaust every option because we get paid. Like we
Yeah.
want to get our clients paid.
Yeah, exactly.
And the clients know that.
Right, right.
And they
Do you-
agree with it. They don't. It's not
yeah.
going to hold you back.
Do you ever have do they ever ask you for advice about like getting things repaired and stuff like that?
Correct. So they do ask all the time if you have a contractor, do you know anyone? Most of our clients, our investors are going to be landlords, business owners. So they'll usually have their own guys or
Right.
people they know. Homeowners will ask. We try to stay away from recommending anyone. Illinois, Indiana, we do have pretty good referral
Yeah.
connections because
Yeah.
we're in the area. But we still stay away from it unless a client's like adamant about, please, I need someone. So once in a while we do. But again,
Bring it from out of state.
we'll give them a bunch of names and call whoever you want. Excuse me, we're not in the business of referrals or working with
Especially
And
if
you
it
probably-
especially if it backfires, right? Because it's like
Exactly.
it's one of those things. Where
Mars,
it's like,
how many times have we send a name and and all of a sudden we're getting like, oh, the guy's not answering now and he's been MIA for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we paid him 20 grand
what do you want me
already,
to do?
and he hasn't
Exactly.
done
And
anything.
then we look bad. So
Yeah, exactly.
you try to stay away from
Exactly.
that.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
you got
100%,
you're in business. You know
I
how
know
it
Let's
is.
that
stick to your lane, right? It's one of those things. Stick to your lane. Just make sure and be the best at
At your,
your
thing that you're
field,
doing.
whatever your expertise is. Stick to that. Unless, I mean, like you said, it's illegal to do it anywhere else. I'm surprised. Actually, that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
Didn't know they did.
That in Illinois you can do the
Illinois is
construction and
one of the few states. So
and
that's why
some people are
there's
gonna get
so
hit
many,
hard then.
there's so many PAs in Illinois, not because they want to be PAs. They want to be contractors. They want to be PAs so they could get their name on the check, be able to speak with the insurance.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only
yeah,
reason.
yeah,
They're not
yeah.
looking to
Yep.
negotiate, actually handle. Because we
Yeah.
get a lot of calls like, hey, we hired this PA, and they've been doing this, they haven't done this. I'm like, okay, well, are they a PA or are they a construction? Well, they're going to do the work. I'm like, okay, so they're a construction company. They're not actually a PA,
yeah.
right? Big
They're
difference.
they're in
A lot
they're in
of,
a construction company with a PA name. I guess.
Correct, and
Think
we have nothing against it, right? Everyone in their lane, they do whatever
Respect
they
the
want.
hustle, I guess, but you know.
We just because we work in other states and other states don't allow it, we accept the law. We're just going to be adjusting.
Sounds like a lot of roofers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look about your claim, for example. Let's look at your claim. We fought that for a while. We got you paid. You got to think about.
But I got a claim for hail damage, just so everybody understands.
Correct.
Nothing like some crazy other shit.
And so everyone understands we don't really do residential hail or wind. But positive friends, so obviously for friends, family,
right.
we'll always handle it. And even in your claim, it took a while. It got paid.
Yeah.
Think about if a contractor now is taking all that money. You have that money now, and how much you're going to be able to do with that money.
A lot more than
right.
than what I was.
Just because you're in it,
But
everyone
you-
has a contract.
You know
Everyone
what
has
you're working with. You know how much
100%.
money you have to work with it compared to if a construction company is collecting that check and then doing all the work. You don't know how much
Well,
it actually costs.
You're not getting any money back, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Marcin said you said it the right way. You actually know what you're getting first. And that's
Right.
what we always tell clients, like, let us get you paid. Then you get the money. Now you know how much you have, and now you know who to hire, how much to spend,
Right.
get actual estimates. Not someone signs a contract that has no money on it.
Right,
It just
exactly.
says a workout. We're gonna
It
come.
has no price.
It has no price. We're just gonna come and take all the money, and if we do the work and they don't pay, we're gonna bill you for it. But you don't
Yeah.
know what they're gonna bill you.
Right.
It's gonna be a
Exactly.
surprise.
Right. And
Exactly.
it,
It's
that's,
wild.
And that's one of those things where it's like, because it's different when if the construction company is getting paid directly for the insurance, they're not going to ask you many questions about money or anything like that. Compared to if you're hiring somebody to do something like, hey, I need my new roof done, the guys in the company's going to be like, well, what's your budget? Right? And they'll usually make it work within the budget, right? Where them, if they're collecting that check directly, you don't know what, like, you don't have a budget because it's whatever the insurance is.
And I'm
has
sure
paid
you've
you.
seen this more than once, but if your insurance company, let's say a roofer comes to adjust your roof or after damage or whatever, right? And he comes back and he says, "Oh, we're gonna file a claim, and the insurance is gonna pay for it." Sometimes you don't even see the paperwork.
Most
That's what I'm
people don't.
saying.
Yeah, so
wild.
so let's just say, for example, the insurance company paid out $35,000 for your roof, and the roofer comes back and says, "Hey, the insurance paid out, doesn't give you a number. What do you want? Well, give me this. What makes the most sense? Well, the cheaper option would be cheaper material,
Correct.
more money in the
Right,
pocket of the
right.
guy who did
You want to upgrade to the shingle? Oh, that's going to be extra out of pocket.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. See,
Even
that's kinda
even though
bullshit, right?
though they
That's-
had enough to cover it to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not advocating for anyone to get anything for free or to scam
100%.
the insurance.
Yeah,
It's not about
yeah,
scamming the
yeah.
insurance, right? The insurance owes you what they owe you, and we're just trying to get them. We're just getting indemnifying our client. It's what it's called. We're indemnifying them, fully indemnifying. We're trying to get them every penny they're actually owed.
Yeah.
And we're trying to put that in their pocket. And who they hire, what they can spend their own money. What happens with a lot of contractors and these storm chasers, they scare people like, well, you owe your deductible, and you got to spend all that money because they're. No, they owe you ACV. Depreciation is when work's done. Well, you're going to need an invoice and show them. No, nothing in the policy goddamn says you need. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Doesn't say that.
There's a lot of mumbo jumbo, but
and no point does it say
people
you
never read the policy.
Yeah, and no point does it say, hey, we need an itemized amount for how much everything costs and everything
Marcin,
like that.
have you been in the insurance
No,
industry?
I
'Cause
haven't.
You sound actually pretty. You're right. Yeah, that
He's
word.
looking for a new
itemized.
job.
I know.
It's like TBTS ain't paying enough.
You guys pay?
Oh, you guys get paid for this gig. Oh, okay.
It's like what is
Marcin
that?
hasn't gotten a check.
Right now, TBTS is running the negatives. We're in the red right now. There ain't no black. That's for sure.
Isn't that like the cool thing in with all those tech companies and all them where they're like non-profitable for all these? They make all this money, but
they don't make money?
But they don't make money. Like Twitter, all these companies are worth like $1 billion, but they don't make any
But they
money.
don't have any
it's
money.
so wild. Like, what was it?
That doesn't. A lot of times, that makes me ask a lot of questions, but then I don't really get an answer. Like, how are you valued at? I don't know, fucking $5 billion.
You know why?
But you're only operating on $200 million.
I'll tell you why. Because those people that run the board at like Twitter, for example, or something like that.
Twitter is not really a public company, so we're not going to use Twitter.
Okay, whatever company is
OpenAI.
valued at, let's say, $750 million, right? People will take a loan against the value of their company and invest it somewhere else, and then they pay it back once they get their profit back from wherever they invested it. And that's why it's valued like that. So people will purposely either overvalue a company, so that way
Like
they
Trump
can,
did at Mar-a-Lago?
so that way they can take they could take a loan out against it for more money.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense,
What's
right?
not the Uber? Uber was I forgot how many years they ran with negative losses, and then they sold
with a
their-
negative profit margin.
Correct.
Not a profit margin because it wasn't profit.
Correct, they weren't profitable.
They were always running a negative balance, basically.
Yeah.
They were unprofitable, right? But then they turned it around. I mean, from one point of view, you would think that in the beginning you're always going to have a loss, right? First couple of years,
Correct.
you open the business.
100%.
Unless you do
You gotta-
spectacularly.
Yes.
Yeah, you borrow money out of whatever the case may be, right? Eventually, you're going to turn into a positive. You just have to make sure that the business, that the fundamentals are good and they work out, right? And then
Yep.
you'll turn a profit, right? But sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes, like Carvana. How the
Yes.
hell is Carvana valued so high? You know how much the stock is? Like $400 a share.
Is it really?
Dude, that company,
How? They're not even allowed to sell here.
Look up Carvana. Where in Illinois?
They got their
Surprise,
They
surprise.
can, they
I
can-
heard about that too.
They can only buy cars here because of all the issues with people getting fake titles and stuff like that.
Sounds like an Illinois problem,
Yeah. Let's see.
I love how these problems are always in Illinois.
bro. We love this state. We love it.
Carvana
Yeah.
stock is at 343.
343,000. Now look
Damn.
at it over the last 5 years. Watch. Look at it 5 years. Up, go up, higher.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Look what it does.
Dips
Wow.
Look at that shit.
to
Holy
$10.
smokes, $10 in 2023.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They were going out of business. They're going bankrupt, dude. They were going under.
How are they?
And how the hell they turned that around? I have no idea. I haven't looked too deep into it.
They probably
Yeah.
auctioned off all the fucking inventory.
They were close to bankruptcy, man.
Wild.
They were
That's
at
what-
bankruptcy. I mean, they were look $300 something before. This was COVID. Nobody went around shopping for cars, obviously, at that time, because nobody left their house. But
But that's why Carvana should have
blew
blown up.
That's how a lot of
that's how-
companies blew up
Yeah.
during that time, right?
Well, Carvana, we bring the car to you.
Team Viewer.
yeah.
Team
Have
Viewer
you,
is
do
another
you know
one.
anyone that bought a car from Carvana?
My brother.
Oh, really?
My brother-in-law.
Has he talked about
Oh,
that?
Peter.
Oh, I know. My brother-in-law as well.
Oh, have they
Right.
talked about that experience? How that's? I'm just
No.
curious.
No,
I mean,
but I'm pretty sure he just did everything online. They showed up with a car. He looked at it. Everything
Because
looked.
you have a week to drive it or something.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
How does
yeah.
it work?
Yeah, you have like a week to drive it, and with a full return policy, essentially.
Which is crazy. I know people sold pieces of shit to Carvana. That I know for sure because I know people who.
My coworker
Yes,
sold.
I
this-
know people that sold.
Yeah,
cars to
yeah,
Carvana.
yeah.
I know a lot of
Pieces
those.
shit. Yeah. They didn't buy a car back.
Yeah.
But they bought it. But they sold it to them.
Correct.
So
Yeah, my buddy sold one to Carvana. He actually had his was in decent condition, his FRS, and they were paying like top dollar. He got paid like 23
That's
grand
what
for an
I'm saying.
FRS.
dude, they were paying top dollar for these cars. I'm like, where the fuck do you guys have a profit on this?
Yeah,
Like, in the state of Illinois, it's an expensive
Because
state.
they don't check the car, right? They're just buying it. sight
no,
unseen.
no, you have they make you do a walk around.
Correct.
With the
you're
camera
doing
and
the
stuff
walk
like-
around, right? Like you're just
You're sitting on your camera and you're doing a walk around with a camera, and you're like pointing out. They'll be. I think you're on the phone with somebody at the same time, and they'll be like, "Oh, can we get a closer inspection on that dent right there?"
Yeah.
Right, and stuff like that. But like,
it's still wild.
I bet you they're not checking if a cat's there.
I mean, they definitely have an inspection of some sort, mechanical wise, on the spot when they buy the car, because I'm pretty sure.
No. Once they take it, once they do the online walkthrough, because I know someone that's actually sold them. on
Really?
Carvana.
You
They
get paid
just
right
come-
when they pick it up.
Correct. They just pick it up and take it, and then they turn it on. It's like crunk, 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 crunk. It's
Yeah.
$343 per share. So
Again, we're doing something wrong.
We're doing something wrong. We're not doing something right. That's for sure.
But when I worked at a dealership, when someone was trading
yeah,
in a
'cause
car,
among your multiple jobs that you had before this.
yeah, I just love that job, by the way.
Chevy.
But when we sold more than Chevy. There was used cars we sold.
You worked at Chevy, right?
I did. It was
Yeah.
the Chevy Advantage in
Yeah.
Hodgkins. It's a great
Oh,
job.
in
by this-
Hodgkins?
Yeah, it was a great job. I love that job. Met so many great people, and my mentor that taught me sales was there, so it was a blessing. But when someone traded in a car, the used car salesman would take it for he would be gone sometimes 30 minutes.
I mean,
Right,
maybe
I
he
mean-
went to McDonald's and just sat there. I don't know. But he was gone for a while. They'd test drive it, look inside. They'd take
Yeah.
it in the shop. The mechanic would look at it. Like they would do their due
That's what
diligence
a
before
dealer
they
does.
That's what it does. So in Carvana, you're doing it virtually, and then you're just like writing a report on. Yeah, I believe this is true. That this car doesn't have defects.
Yeah,
and this doesn't.
right.
It's like people buying insurance online. Like it's wild buying it from an agent that most agents don't know what they're selling. Now you're buying it with no clue what says in the policy, and people are buying their own insurance.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Well, at least my car insurance. That's different. I feel
Are we
like.
talking about car insurance or what kind of
I'm
insurance?
talking
I'm talking about property. So car
Yeah,
insurance,
yeah.
okay, but like property insurance is pretty. I mean,
That's- yeah,
I'm
so
definitely
telling
going to
you,
somebody
much
if
more
I'm getting
technical.
property insurance, right?
Much more technical for property insurance, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Especially
mean,
if you want to get like an umbrella or something like that or some sort. I mean,
even a basic homeowner's policy has so many endorsements, and so many exclusions it can have that it's wild that you can buy it on your own.
Yeah, 100%. I know when I get insurance, and on my house when I was getting the quote, whatever, they asked all these questions and everything. I'm actually surprised that insurance doesn't come out and do an inspection.
Isn't that wild?
It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Because I will
Do
think
other
that,
states require that?
No, so not many insurance companies, and for businesses they do. Commercial,
businesses, yes.
Commercial properties, they'll do their
Yes.
due diligence. But for homeowners, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. They're just signing you up, and then you get the
Hope for
letter.
the best.
You have a claim, and they're like, "Well, your roof is 20 years old. It's wear and tear. It's
How
not
do you know
damaged."
it's 20
Well, it's like,
years
well, you
old?
insured me. Why have I been paying 5 years if
Yeah,
my roof
right,
is
right.
you're saying my roof's old? But that's so we get that with adjusters. A lot of time when we meet with adjusters, they're like, this is technically old. It's not really damaged. I'm like, it's insured it though. Why did they insure? Well, the insurance companies. Okay, well, I do know.
Okay,
But
well, we're gonna tell you
Man,
that
I
insurance
might-
companies need to pay.
I might have become an adjuster. I feel like I'd have fun.
it is fun. It's definitely fun. A lot of negotiations, a lot of arguments.
That's perfectly fine by me.
I think it's gonna be an insurance adjuster, dude. She likes to make deals, dude.
Oh, there you go.
Like $5, she's like 10. I'm like,
Who?
Alenka.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. I'm like 5 minutes. She's like 10. I'm like 6. She's like
8.
8.
The worst is all
making.
the insurance companies commercials. They have those jingles like Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty.
Liberty. And the worst is my two boys. They goddamn sing the songs. They sing Liberty.
Liberty,
Yeah, they
Liberty.
sing Liberty. Yeah, and I'm
Liberty.
like, and I look at them. I'm like, oh come on, not Liberty.
Those are the worst guys.
I'm like, I gotta make my own jingle for All City.
All City.
Yeah, I
All
don't know.
City.
We gotta come up with one.
All City. Yeah, I mean, why not? But yeah, insurance is definitely interesting. I know, like I said, you got to. I know All City, you built up basically from the ground up by yourself,
ground
right?
up.
I mean, I know we know each other for a long time. We did. You're car salesman, the construction, you did all kinds of stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, the construction.
Every time I saw you, you had a different job.
Yeah, and all of it helped. Listen, all of it helped. I mean, the sales part and the dealership helped teach me sales. The construction part taught me, the construction of a house from A to Z. So all of everything I did helped me.
And now that you're doing insurance adjusting, it's all encompassed.
It's all
in there.
encompassed, and it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's no adjuster that can. We had a claim last year. It was a big church fire, and the insurance company they called him a church professional. He builds churches. So I said,
Okay.
okay, because they offered a low ball estimate. We were 3 times higher, and we're waiting for this consultant to come out. He meets with us, and he comes out. He's like, "Hey, I built churches, man. I've been doing this 20 years." I'm like, "Shit, this guy's good. I mean, I know construction with this guy." And then we start walking the church, and we start talking about what's damaged, and then I realized he doesn't know shit. He knows as much as I, or if not less. Like he really didn't know that much about construction, about anything. So yeah,
He's
it
been on a
definitely.
job for 20 years.
But again, if I never did construction, I would have known nothing. So
Yeah.
it definitely helps having
That's-
that construction knowledge.
That's like the automotive field, bro. If I wasn't a mechanic for 5 years, A Solutions Auto wouldn't be where it is today
Correct.
because I wouldn't know how to do it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also think I don't know if you agree with this sentiment. I think everybody should have a sales job for 6 months.
I actually tell that to everyone. Anyone that asks me that's young that says, "What should I do?" I said,
Go do
"Get into
sales.
Sales.
A little,
And anyone that has
even a little
sales
bit.
program, you're right. Even just for a little bit, and if they have a sales program that they'll teach you and pay you, God, that's double. That's a
100%.
plus.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean,
sure.
like I said, like I was telling you guys earlier, I just got moved to a new position in my company. We're transitioning slowly, but I get my clients. You're like, oh, it's basically sales. I'm like, it's a lot of talking to customers, but I'm like, dude, I mean, I don't know if you remember, I worked at Sprint for
Yeah,
5
I
plus
remember.
years, right? And I went from sales to running almost 10 stores, right, at the same time. And I'm like, then people are like, I'm in a field of a lot of nerds, right? And IT is like a lot of it. And they're like, you just like kind of walk around, you just kind of tell people how it is. I'm like, that's how I learned to be honest with people and to sell things to people. I'm like, so that's how I'm going to keep doing it, right? And then my bosses or somebody else are like, dude, hey, this client only really wants to work with you. I'm like, well,
Not
you
shocking.
leave a good impression,
Because
right?
sales is really can be determined in different ways, right? You can be this type of salesman, you could be this. Everyone's different. Whatever works for you. But sales is not you're selling the product or you're selling
yourself.
Exactly. People always think sales, you're just a pushy salesman. No, like you guys don't do client direct sales, but you're selling to hire people, to employees. Like you're always selling. You don't even think about it, but you're always selling yourself and your company.
Yeah.
Right? It's super important.
All the
And I
time.
think
All the time.
the sooner people realize that,
Correct.
is the more success they'll see in the future, right?
Yes.
Even when if you're going into an interview, you're a salesman. You're selling yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Your
You get-
expertise in a job or whatever it
And
is,
you gotta
right?
walk in with that mindset when
Even
you're walking in.
even if you don't know shit, if you sell yourself well enough, you get the job, right?
Yes.
I mean, when I got my first IT job, I didn't know shit about IT. And the guy, he's like, well, you never call. It was, long story short, it was the boss from my other company who also owned an IT company. He's like, I'm like, yo, I don't know anything about IT, right? He's like, yeah, but he's like, how come you never call me when something goes on in your stores? I'm like, oh, because I'll just figure it out myself. He's like, there you go, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my job, is to figure things out. So I'm gonna figure it out.
Those are, by the way, people that can figure it out are the hardest employees to find.
Absolutely.
I've noticed that.
Holy
it's easy
shit.
to find someone that will follow direction, but to have someone that can actually sit there and
Make the
figure
decision
something,
and
figure it out. Correct.
That's hard.
That's hard.
Or most people are scared to fail, right? So it's like, dude, especially in IT, they're like, oh, I don't want to push this button because I could take their whole network down. I'm like, take it down, dude. If it happens, it happens. We can literally click an undo button and it'll all come right back up.
Yeah.
We have like backups of everything, right?
Yeah.
So like if we absolutely just like mess something up, we can literally click an undo button and everything's fixed.
That's easy.
And
That's
if
an
you
easy
look at,
fix right
so
there.
you spent 5 years with Sprint, right?
Yeah.
And you were doing sales, and you moved up. You now with that knowledge, not Sprint, like, oh, I worked for, just that knowledge
Yeah.
of sales and everything you did. That's no degree can get you there, like to get that next job or that next
right
next
to have
step.
that interaction skill with people, or like even just like habits. Like for example, when I was at Sprint, after I got promoted, like a uniform was optional,
Okay.
right? I wear a uniform every day to my current job, to my last job, to my job before that. Uniform every day, even if you don't have to, I still wore it. And I remember at Sprint, somebody was like, "Hey, how come you're always in uniform?" I'm like, "Well, why wouldn't I be? I'm an employee, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, but like the other district managers, they come in like jeans and a t-shirt and do their job." I'm like, "You know why?" I'm like, "Because when I tell you that you're not in uniform,
Yeah.
you can't come back at me and be like, well, you're not doing it,' because that's how people are, right?
100%.
Right? So you have to. That's part of leading by example, for one. That's leading by example, but it's also like I'm holding myself accountable so I can hold you accountable.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
you're selling yourself, right?
Yeah,
You're selling
literally.
yourself to employees. You're selling yourself to everyone else.
And my district, if I'm not mistaken, after I quit Sprint, went from being at the top in our company to going down quick.
And that dealership, by the way, is when I got that job, I didn't know much about money or like wealth or like any of it. I
Yeah,
don't think any
yeah.
of us did because we never grew up in
Hell
family.
no.
No, no.
You know, you might have some uncle or something over there, but you're like basically at home. You know, we were just all average. You know,
And we were all just everyday dudes. We didn't have. It's not like we
correct.
had anything.
100%.
We had a job.
we all had money. We all lived great lives. Not to say like our parents did great and everyone was fine, but in terms of like wealth and building
No,
wealth
we had
and
no
investing,
wealth.
correct.
We had no wealth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We didn't have old money.
Correct. and no one was there to teach us about how to make money and grow
Yeah.
up. or
Yeah,
any
what,
of that.
do we do with spending our 20s?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. We were thinking about other stuff back then.
Flopping around like fish, dude.
Yeah.
Fish out of water,
Yeah,
dude.
seriously. And so when I walked into the dealership, that mentor Dwayne that hired me, rest in peace. He actually passed away a couple years ago. But when I walked in there, I remember when he came up to me and he had this green suit. He had a gold chain, gold necklace. No, he didn't have a gold necklace. Sorry, just a gold chain, the watch, the green suit, the tie. He was
Flip it.
like a little bit shorter than me. He was a little bit shorter than me, and I remember him walking. And he says, "How you doing? I'm Dwayne." And he like and it was like the, I mean, like I just like softened when he gave me a handshake. Like it was the manliest handshake that I ever had. And from that day, I'm like, I want to be
That
that
made an
guy.
impression, right? That
I
made
want
an
to be that
impression.
guy. I'm like, what does he do? And then
yeah.
he explains like, oh, I came in here, I made my own position. I'm a corporate trainer. I'm just like, I want to know what you know. And I was like glued in. I every class because we did. I was there in class for 3 months after school, and I was
With
just
the dealership?
yeah. So I
Okay.
would go to school. We would release program 12:45.
Okay.
12:45 at Robbers. And
Oh,
then
yeah. Mhm.
the release senior. And then at 2, I started at Advantage Monday through Friday. Saturday I was there 11 hours, but Monday through Friday from 2 to 9 I was in training.
Right.
So I was sitting in that class and I just like was glued and just listened to everything that he said, and I was just taking all of it because I was just like, all of it to me was new. How to make money, goal setting, everything. Everything was just brand new to me, and I was just so fascinated about all of it.
Yep.
You know, and then he was a great example of money and everything he's done with wealth. His dad, like, he raises his dad was shot when he was a little, like, I don't know, 5 years old. So then he had to make money to support his mom, his 2 daughters. Like, so
So he
you know,
learned by fire.
correct. So he didn't
Yeah.
just inherit money. Like, he hustled his way
Yeah.
to a position where they were giving him dealerships, and he said, "No, it's cool. I'll just make my own position because I'm a badass."
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
made his
Yeah.
own position.
There you
Yeah,
go.
which is awesome, right?
So it was
That
easy
gr-
to gravitate towards that and learn.
Yeah, exactly. And it taught you a bunch of lessons along the way, and then it opened your mind.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100% that
Yeah,
opened my mind.
opened
And then
mind.
books came into play, like all these books that I think I never read in high school, but all of a sudden these books that he was recommending, I was like, wow, where are these books from? Like, I've never even seen these books. I didn't even know they
Yeah.
have these
Yeah.
books. So
Yeah.
all that. It's interesting.
How many books you read?
The most I read was it was like 51 in 1 year. That was a goal I set a couple years ago.
pretty good.
I'll do at least one a month.
What the hell do you read?
In the mornings, I'm up early, and then I'll do 10, 20 pages a day.
Yeah, we gotta fix our sleep schedule. But everybody,
for
all
real.
these people
I'm an
are
early. I know you like. I'm an early person. I go to sleep very early,
What
but
time
I
you
wake
go to
up. Try to go to sleep by 9, but with kids, it's usually 10 o'clock.
Well, you
We
gotta
put our
not-
kids down
You
around
guys
9.
Beat by like 2.5 hours.
I know you like
Minimum,
I
minimum.
can't. At 9 o'clock, I'm tired. So
He's like, why you guys do this so late? This podcast. I'm like,
I'm
it's
not.
late.
No, I'm like 7 o'clock.
7
I'm like, I'm
o'clock.
getting my kids ready
By the
for
time,
bed.
but what time did I get here? I got here at like 6:30, right? So it's like by the time I get here, half the time you were here before me, which is crazy. This is the first time that's happened. Usually
He
people
said show up early. I'm like, all right, I'll show up
He's
early.
like, he calls me. He's like, hey, where do I walk into the studio? I'm like, bro, I'm not even home yet, dude.
What
Hold
time did you
on.
show? You probably showed up like 4:30.
No, 5 almost. It was like
Yeah.
a little bit. I
I
didn't
was
want to
com-
go that crazy. I was gonna get here like 4, but I was like, that's pretty wild.
Good thing you-
Guy was so excited, man.
I
He
was
like-
excited.
I'm over here driving around half the world today. Fucking, and he calls me. I'm like, I'm almost home, dude. I'll be there in a few minutes, bro. Just relax.
My I don't know about your girls, but my boys wake up. Con
Could've
woke up
hung out
today.
with the chickens.
Yeah, really.
And the goats and the sheep.
What time your girls wake up? Because my youngest wakes up now. Today he woke up at 5:30. So I wake up. I try to wake up like between 4 and 5, so I can get in all my stuff like exercise, reading, and everything else I do. And he woke up today early, 5:30. So he disturbed my schedule. So I'm like, oh, I still got to go for that walk. So I took him in a car, and my 1.5-year-old, and I took him in a car, and we were like in a little
Yeah,
car they push
yeah.
him. Yeah, stroller, and I did my walk with him at 5:30 in the morning.
Have you ever read the book 5 a.m. Club?
Yes, by oh my gosh, yes. Who's that?
It's been sitting on my dresser for like 2 years now.
It's a great book actually.
I got really hooked into it
So
when I
I
first started
always
reading
woke
it.
up early before that,
Yeah.
but I did ended up reading that book. It's good.
Yeah, you think I got into it and I'm like, dude, this is sick. Like the concept's kind of cool, and then I put it down.
And then
never
I put it
touched
down.
Yeah,
It's actually a super easy read too.
yeah, it was very nice. Like the way he put it in, it was like almost like a story, right?
Is it Rob Schwarma? Is it
Something like that. He went and he interviewed like a bunch of different like
Yes.
CEOs and successful people around the world, and this
They
is
all
like
woke up. Let me guess. They all woke up at 5 a.m.
Yes.
early
that's what it says.
risers, right?
Yeah.
Not like me and you apparently, but that's what we're doing wrong, Paul.
Listen,
Listen.
I've always been it just works for
so
me
hard.
because I know my kids wake up. So it's like if I'm gonna get anything done, either I'm gonna get up. I know I'm not a night person, so either I wake up at 4 and get my shit done, or my kids
Bro.
are gonna be up and then it's like, Daddy,
If we were recording a podcast, we could probably go to 1 a.m. and we'll be fine.
no way.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 1 a.m. hits. I'm like barely uploading this video.
Yeah, I like to stay up late.
I know you
right-
do. I don't know
right-
how. Like I can't. I wish I could.
Yeah,
say
Bro,
that.
I don't
right
know.
now-
I can't. Listen, I can't. First of all, it's the hardest F to change it.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna be forced to change it because now things are changing around. Where my youngest one wakes up around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That's late.
But she goes to
Wow.
sleep at like 9.
That's still a good sleeper. Holy smokes.
When she sleeps well, she sleeps well.
Okay.
Alenka, she goes to sleep at like 11.
Okay.
Falls asleep. Then I get her ass to her bed. Then she comes to our bed at like 3 in the morning. She stumbles in, and then she sleeps until 9. So she sleeps late. School starts next month. And school starts at 7:45. And so guess what's going to be dropping her off? This guy right here.
Well, I remember.
So I got to change my life.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
Literally.
I remember Peter. Whenever he would have to take Conrad to school, and sometimes he couldn't make it, or he'd be working late, right? Because he worked night, so he'd work from like 10 p.m. till 8 a.m.
What's on the
right?
schedule?
Or he'd get home at like 6 a.m., but then he wants to go to sleep, so or he'd be working like 7 a.m. to whatever p.m.
Well, he was working a night shift, right?
Yeah, well, or the early morning, right? And so sometimes he'd call me and be like, "Hey, can you take Connor to school?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like, what time? He's like, "Well, because of my schedule, we have him set up for early mornings." And so he's like, he's got to be there. He's got to be there by 7:30 latest. I'm like,
Because you like your sleeper too.
I love my. I don't start work till 8:30. Right.
That's still pretty early.
I don't
I
leave
don't know
my.
if that's pretty early.
I don't leave my house till 8:15.
Oh my god.
And you want to know where my office is?
I'm not even gonna comment on that side.
You want to know where my office is? Lyle.
Oh wow.
I don't make it there in 15
I was gonna say, I'm like, how do you make that in 15 minutes?
I don't think he does. I don't think he's ever been on time.
I was actually last Wednesday because I had a meeting at 9 a.m. I actually left to work on time. And you know what's funny is my girlfriend calls me every morning at 7:30. And then I'm like, and I'll talk to her for 5 minutes, right back to bed. Just knock right back
What
out.
kind of? How do you guys wake up? Because I wake up, I just have one alarm, and I'll not to say I don't snooze. There's days where I do snooze.
I have 6.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, my wife. That's exactly what I was getting to. She sets up 6, 8 alarms, like 8, 8:10, 8:15. I'm like, are you fucking? It's just called the snooze button. Why don't you just snooze it?
I have one.
You have one. Okay, that's
You know the
Yeah,
problem?
except I don't hear it.
why 6? Can you
Wait,
explain that?
So you know why?
What is that?
It's because
I
sometimes.
know how much time I got left.
Yeah, true. Actually, true.
That is 100% what it is.
Like, let's say I set my alarm for 6:45, right? I'll go and I'll do it, and sometimes I silence it, and sometimes I turn it off. It depends what my sleeping mood is at that time, right?
That's wild.
So I need a second one because I don't know. And then the best is sometimes like I just reach around and grab my phone because I know exactly where it is, and I'll just grab my phone. And I'll just like either silence it
Fucking throw it.
or I'll click a button and it turns it off, right? And half the time I'm going through my pictures. I'm like, why do I have screenshots of my home screen? And it's because I'm grabbing my phone.
Screenshotting your alarm.
I used to do multiple too, but only like I said, I did multiple before, but only just to give myself how much time I have left. So technically the best case scenario, I'll wake up at 6:30. Worst case scenario, 8:30 is like the cutoff, bro. Like you gotta be out of bed.
The crazy part is I still wake up after my alarms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a really hard habit to change. It really is. Like I've been trying to work on it. I've been trying to go to sleep earlier, bro. My mind just doesn't turn off at like let's say 10 o'clock.
The second I put my head down is when my brain turns on.
And
Fuck yeah, that's what I have.
And that whole 5 a.m. club, I don't think that's I don't think everyone's built the same way. And when like all these influencers and all these people online say, you know, I wake up every day religiously, 4 o'clock, and I do this. That's bullshit. There's days where even I have days where like I wake up and I don't want to wake up, or if I do wake up, I wake up late. That's just normal. I mean, it's just human beings. But
yeah, you're not gonna wake up every day at 4:30 for 365 days, right?
No, because you might go to sleep late, or something might happen where your kid's waking up 3 times at night, and you're super tired, right? Like if you have a normal life. Exactly. But I know people that are successful that, they're nights. They sleep in, but they do stuff at night when their kids go to sleep and they have time to themselves. Yeah. See, it was just, I get tired at night. It's easier for me to wake up than work late.
You know what I do at night? A Facebook scour, bro.
For
good deals.
For good deals?
Yeah, dude.
All the time, bro. All the time. I'm always on there. I'm like, listen, what am I looking for today?
Like,
what can we buy today?
I thought I was bad, but I have that
Bro,
same.
I fucking love buying stuff. All right. First of all, I like buying stuff if it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Right. If it's a good deal, fuck, I'll fly somewhere
That's
if I
that
have
Polish in you.
to. Dude, bro. I have a guy down in Texas
Polish
right
people
now.
won't fly
Yeah.
somewhere for something though.
Listen.
No, that's way
I got
out.
a good deal down in Texas. I got a good deal down in Texas. I just have to get there and get it. A couple of fucking machines that are a good price. But problem is the guy wants cash in hand. I'm like, damn
What
it,
if
bro.
you get to Texas and it's a bad, and it's like,
Then I just back and just walk away.
Just
Whatever.
walk away.
What's the worst case scenario? I'm gonna lose what? $300 on a flight.
On a flight.
I
And
want
you
to
get
lose
to
3 days of
Texas.
fucking driving.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So it's like whatever. I'll take that gamble. I do a lot of like
Facebook Marketplace is a very addicting place. By the way, I could care less about Facebook and what other people are doing, but Facebook Marketplace,
Bro,
God
it's the-
damn,
it's-
holy!
it's the
and then you-
algorithm.
and
Especially if
then-
the algorithm gets
Oh
your
my
ass.
God,
everything is interesting to
It's
you
funny
at that
that we're on
point,
this
right?
topic because
When I come back with today, dude?
guys, like I'm going after this 3 houses down to pick
you
something
didn't
up.
see what I came back with.
What'd you come back with?
Oh, the Facebook Marketplace. No, I was in Downers. I was in Indianapolis today.
Right.
Picked up some machines, which were a good deal, a great fucking price actually, for the fucking mining farm.
Oh.
And then on the way home, it popped up on my Facebook Marketplace, bro. These little ATVs for kids. I'm like, dude, bro, this is fucking steal of a deal, bro. I gotta go buy this shit. And
Yeah,
so I'm like, all right, Downers Grove, here we go.
So I try to
No,
keep my
electric.
search like 35 miles within our house, but then I'm like, you know what? I really want to expand it because I really want to see more. And then it's like,
What's an
part?
extra 15 miles,
yeah, what's
right?
the 15 extra
Yeah.
miles?
And then you go 250 like me, dude.
Yeah, 250, right? Just straight up.
So last week I was on Facebook Marketplace, and by some chance, a record player came out, like an old one, like from the 1970s. I'm like, oh, that's like a cabinet with the
yeah.
I'm like, that's so effing cool.
You should have told me I had one.
Well, now I'm like scaring Facebook Marketplace. I'm everywhere now. Like I'm like, I want
Goodwill.
one. Goodwill.
Dude, I found an
But it's
amp.
not Facebook Marketplace. We can't see it, dude.
But
It's not the
bro,
same,
I don't know. Yeah, my buddy's been telling me he's been going to Goodwill's. Like, go finish your story first.
No.
and then I'll-
That's my story. But actually, I do go to Goodwill's for books.
Yeah.
I used to buy a lot of books at Goodwill.
So my buddy Luke, he goes to Goodwill's a lot down in Arizona. He's like, I go to like 3 a day, and they always have
Does he have a
rotating.
job?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's an accountant.
You know where Goodwill's would be good for a record player in Florida, where all the old people, because when they die, they just put it
And
to Goodwill, and
Naples,
it's like
Naples
there's
or-
probably like aisles of record
Yeah.
players, like all these grandmas
That's
just passed away.
that's probably where you gotta
No,
go
I'm
to
telling
fucking
you.
shop if you think
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, you're not gonna go in like a neighborhood with the Goodwill with all these young like.
Just go to an estate sale somewhere, and you'll probably find one.
I have been to those actually
Yeah.
lately. A buddy of mine, Martin, goes to a lot of those, so
Yeah,
I've,
bro,
he's
estate
got
sales
me
are-
on those too. I
Dude,
know.
It's
horrible.
You know what's
estate
crazy?
sales, and then there's a website.
Yeah, dude,
there's a website that like
yup.
posts them every week.
Estatesales.com. Like it's
It's horrible. And you know what's funny? I also watch this. I go to U-Haul to rent a truck on Monday, and I'm looking at that screen behind U-Haul where it says vacant, auction. I'm looking at it. I'm like, how often do you guys do these auctions? He goes, once every 3 months it gets auctioned or something. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you could get some good deals. The last couple lockers sold for 10. I'm like, what's the website? I'm like, God, I don't need any more freaking
dude, bro, listen.
shit in my
I'm
life.
all, you know what? I think it's part of our DNA. That's why it's what it is. It's part of our DNA. DNA looking for good deals.
it's also addicting, man.
Fuck yeah,
It's
it's
so
addicting.
addicting,
dude, bro. I buy half my shit on Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
dude. Like literally, I swear to God, dude. And once the algorithm gets what I'm looking for,
It gets you, bro.
Oh, it's
bro,
bad.
I opened up first thing I opened Facebook Marketplace today. First it was Bitcoin miners. Then after that, it was fucking the side by sides, the electric ones for kids. I'm like, dude, there's fucking everywhere.
I think I
I was
opened.
driving from Indiana. I'm like, I swear to God, I could stop like 10 different places, bought like 10 different ones.
You want to know the first thing that popped up for me today? Mazda Speed 3.
Yeah. Your
It's wild.
favorite car.
The algorithm is so what I do actually on my phone, I delete Facebook. So I don't have Facebook on my phone, and on the computer I use it. So, but like every week, every couple of days, I'll get like a hunch. I'm like, let me just go and see Marketplace, and then I'll
So
re-download
they
it.
still got you, bro.
Correct. They 100% got me, but at least I'm not on like every minute. But I delete it, and every couple of days I re-upload it, log in, check Facebook Marketplace, and then the worst is once you like get on that, like, oh, I do want that.
That binge,
Now
yeah.
you want
Yeah.
to keep looking. It's
Yeah.
like holy smokes.
Yeah.
I have
That's
to
like
delete it.
that's like the tractor that you bought, the Kubota, right?
I was when I'm like you, Paul. When you set your mind to something, you want something, like you get it. And it was already in my blood. Like I need one
I
for
need
the
a
last
tractor.
couple of years, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting a tractor.
And then he
Yeah.
sends me a Snapchat of a brand new tractor coming up on a tow truck. I'm like, this guy went all out, huh?
I haven't had time to play with it yet.
Damn,
I'm
bro.
excited.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got sandbox project
Fuck,
coming up.
bro.
Even
And
I use my brother's.
And
all
he's
the
like, "What do you
time.
need a tractor to build a sandbox?" I'm like, "What am I going to build with my hands and a shovel? Are you crazy? Come on, 2025."
Look at his hands.
Yeah, that's what I got the
paper
tractor for.
hands, yeah.
I'm going to be digging all day just to put a sandbox in.
Do you remember back in the day when you used to be kids? They had the sandboxes with the
Yes.
the sit on fucking.
They have
scooper.
one still
The
where we grew up in
scoopers?
Yeah,
Newcastle.
bro.
Dude.
Newcastle.
Yeah, probably still do.
Newcastle still has it because my boys go there, so they actually
Bro.
play those.
I haven't seen that in forever, but that was like the best.
That was cool.
toy
You
ever.
could you could literally be on there for like an hour.
Fuck yeah,
if
dude!
not
I was
longer.
just all
Scoop
it
it,
is
just
pulling
scoop it,
goddamn
just
lever.
scoop it,
But
yeah.
I mean, it's like from one place to another, from one place to another. I'm like, dude. Now I look at it right now. I'm like, God, that was the most boring thing ever. But at the time,
cool.
dude, it was
Hey, don't lie. You're at a
awesome.
park right now.
I'll
You
be
still
out
get
there,
on
we're
it.
for
talking.
sure.
You'll
Yeah.
probably
I'll
sit
I'll
down.
be on a horse with a spring where you bounce back and forth.
That's
but
not as fun as the digger.
the digger's way fun.
digger's way
100%.
funner,
100%. So
Unless there's a seesaw.
nah, I don't like.
No,
seesaw.
no, I
Paul,
don't do
man,
that
you
stuff.
get on that shit.
I'm a big
I'm launching
swing
you,
guy. I
bro.
do like to swing with the boys. I
Yeah.
do like to swing.
Yeah.
I like to just to launch myself as high as I can go. I don't jump off because I'm afraid I might break
yeah,
a leg.
I was gonna say your knees
I mean,
probably ain't the
you're-
same
yeah.
as they used to be.
No.
We're not the same no more.
No, no.
We're not the same no more.
Remember we used to jump out the garage back in
Bro, the
Burbank.
crazy shit we did back
I
in the day
know.
when we were
And
kids,
you never
dude.
thought about like the consequences, and now you're like, you know what? Maybe not today.
That's only an 8-foot fucking drop, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what I used to do when I was a kid? Maybe I shouldn't tell you.
Dude, we jumped roofs off. Dude, I went on top of the freaking Burbank school one time off the roof and I jumped off of there. I don't know fucking why, but I did. Whatever.
Old Burbank school, not
Old Burbank
Not
the
not
old
new
one I
one.
was gonna say.
The new one, nah, if I jumped off of ever, I'd be dead. There'd be a lawsuit pending for
Well,
sure.
My coworker was telling me how his dad got paid out for a settlement. He fell 10 stories. at
Oh,
work.
Whoa.
shit.
He lived and everything. I mean, he was walking around with a cane, but
That's probably a
like-
permanent fucking damage for the rest of your
well,
life.
he doesn't walk with a cane anymore. But he said he did for a while. But I mean, the settlement was enough to have him not have to work anymore.
It's a good thing he
I'm
didn't
okay.
die,
I'll
right?
just walk.
Yeah.
I'll just stay on
Yeah.
the ground.
Yeah.
I like,
somebody
I like
was
my
like,
feet to
somebody
the
was like,
ground.
"Would you
You
take?"
don't like ladder, you don't like high places, right?
I don't mind actually. I mean, I've climbed roofs all the time. Like yours
Well, yeah,
is nothing.
No shit. Yeah. That's
Now
true.
we don't. Now I don't go out to claims much. But if it is a claim, I don't mind actually. I enjoy getting on roofs and walking around. Doesn't. But yes, as old.
There's
as
some
old,
sketchy things though. There's some like sketchy.
well, listen. As
roofs
older
or-
as I've got, as old as I've
Yeah.
gotten, now I think about it. I'm getting on the ladder. I'm like, maybe not today. Maybe it's not a good idea. And then then it's in the back of your head because. Before it was just you, but now it's like
Yeah,
you got
now-
kids, you got
yeah.
some stuff, and
Yeah.
you got a family.
You got a business. You got a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, you fall down, like-
yeah, a lot of shit can hit the fan.
Exactly.
Well, someone would become rich probably at that point if you were gone.
My wife said she doesn't want the money. So, she loves me that much. She said she doesn't want the money. Shout out to my wife, by the way.
Oh,
I
that's
have
good.
have to give her a shout out.
Pretty
'cause
sure my wife
She says
would
I
say
don't
the
give her a
same
shout
thing,
out.
so I
enough.
don't think she's looking for the money at the end of the day.
You know, my girlfriend does the
help with
same thing.
kids.
She's like, I do all this stuff with her.
Oh, and you don't give her a shout out? You gotta give the wife.
She does. She does. Shout out at the time. Yeah, it's not my wife, but not yet, anyways.
Gotta give him a shout out.
But no, she does all my content for
Our
like.
other better halves, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Keep us in check.
Is it Napoleon Hill? Is it Napoleon Hill book? What's the book?
He just gave me a book. I think that was by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Get rich or die trying.
No, that's literally what was going through my head.
Wasn't it Think
Yeah,
and
it's
Grow-
literally the 50 Cent
Think and
thing.
Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich. But in the book, it's in that book, or it's either in that book or The Richest Man in Babylon. That he talks about like every successful man needs a successful woman and the right woman next to him.
Yeah, you need the other half to be your backup, basically. At the end of the day, to kind of keep you from backing off too far. Like you need somebody to not to guide you,
check,
'cause-
fucking
to
check you,
check you. Yeah, check you.
It's
Well,
sometimes
sometimes,
do you hate when she checks you?
sometimes yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
I think
necessary.
that's fucking normal for everybody.
Yeah.
to
Paul hates when we check him too. Sometimes.
Oh, I
Who
hate when
fucking
people
check?
check.
Check me away, bro. I mean, I'm not
Paul,
gonna like
I
it.
remember Paul.
But when it's
I
your
remember,
wife, sometimes you feel like she's supposed to be on your team, right?
Sometimes she's fucking playing against you.
And she's
bro.
playing against you, and you're like, hey, whoa, you're supposed to be on my team.
I thought we were together in this.
Why are you
yo-
against me? I told you I wanted this Kubota since I was born. Like, why? Why can I get this Kubota?
So ask me something. What'd you buy that for?
Did you guys-
Because it was cool.
did you guys have a conversation about that issue that we were talking about the other day
What issue?
with Eric?
With
Did-
Eric?
Did you watch that that episode?
Which one?
We were talking about text messages.
I don't know. Michelle probably didn't watch the podcast, so probably not.
What was the issue?
Paul, does you remember what we was talking about?
The fucking the photos are just photos on text messages.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
said
photos,
he said talking to a girl or photos on text messages isn't
bro. If
cheating.
someone we were talking about in specific that if someone sends you nudes on your phone
He-
or text
Paul,
message,
Yeah.
Paul was talking
That's
about
just-
Christian Horner from
F1.
F1?
Probably doesn't
Okay,
know.
I don't know.
and Paul's like he's like they didn't even do anything. It was just text messages, and I'm like that's bad enough.
Yeah.
If
I
I
mean-
don't respond, if you're sending me nudes and I don't respond, I mean it's like the fuck.
Well, if someone's just sending you nudes,
Well,
and
but
did
you know
do-
he did
you-
respond.
Well, maybe he did, but maybe he didn't.
Okay, if someone sends you because I get random
Then you
text
just
messages,
delete
This is
it.
what I'm talking
Then you
about.
just delete it,
correct, you just delete it.
and then
I
nobody
see
will
a
ever
nude,
know.
oh, great, awesome.
But if you
fucking
look at it and
delete.
be like, anymore? Well, then,
That's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Now it's joining the party. You know what
do
I
you
mean? Now
get
you're
all
gonna
those?
start sending-
Do you get
you're gonna
crazy
start
text
sending-
messages like that?
No.
What?
Not Nike pictures. No.
Oh.
Just like crazy, like, hey, do you remember me? Like crazy. I mean, I
Like what? But what kind of app we talking about?
I get, like,
No,
messages or
just text
Telegram?
messages. Just regular text
I get, like,
messages.
spam emails sometimes.
Oh, I get
No,
spam
yeah,
text
yeah.
messages.
Oh, you got spam emails?
Yeah.
The best spam email I gotten so far, the best one is, I got an email that says, "You live at this address." Has a picture of my house.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
And
I've
we've
gotten that
seen you. We
too.
watch you through a camera.
Yeah, we know what you've been up to. We know what you've been doing.
Yes.
We're gonna let it all out. You better pay us in Bitcoin, or else.
I got
the-
that
the-
too.
And the
I got
fucking
that too.
funny thing
They
is,
got the picture of my parents' house.
they got a picture across the neighbor. I'm like, 17908 South Parker with the picture of the neighbor's house. I'm like, dude, I think you got the wrong place.
I got that once too, and it's like your brother's Paul, Joanna, your siblings are Paul, Joanna, King
Yeah.
of Peter,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and then all I did was I just went on Reddit. And
I just sent it to spam because I know. I mean, I don't open anything or I don't
Yeah.
reply to anything unless I know 100%. It's like for me. But it is wild because think about how easy it is to get someone's information. Like
You
we
can-
look up
Right.
people. We look up people after fires. I can look up anyone and get all their data, emails, phone numbers. I mean, their siblings, their spouses.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty easy to get the data.
And it's out there.
It's out there for anybody. Absolutely.
Can you? So with those photos, like they sent you of your neighbor's house and they sent me of my parents' house, can you actually go on Google Maps and ask? You can ask to blur your house out, right?
There's for sure privacy settings. Yeah.
But no. So when they do the Google Maps, isn't there a thing?
I'm sure there's like a privacy setting that you can request.
You can request. I heard
Probably.
But you
That'd be one
at
of
that
these-
point you probably have to confirm that you live there.
Okay.
That you live at that property. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. All that stuff, right?
They would probably have to confirm your information, and
Because
then
then
be
I
like,
would just be like, well, let me just block off all these houses.
Yeah.
Even though I don't live in them.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So you probably have to like submit some kind of claim with that, or some kind of, ticket with them for them, show proof, all that
I
stuff.
mean, if someone wants to find you these days, it's pretty easy.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
No, it's not.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You know what we do now for like potential clients at my work is we'll do a dark web scan on them, on their their
Interesting.
entire tenant. So
Really?
your tenant is like.
What do you mean you do a dark? What do you mean? I don't understand.
At asolutionsauto.com.
Okay.
That's your tenant, right? So we'll plug it into. We have.
The scanner.
So we do security as well, right? So we have a system in place. We literally put your tenant in the thing. It'll come back. It'll tell you all your users, or most of your users. It'll tell you what their passwords are, and it'll tell you how many times this password has been found on the dark web, or this user's been found on the dark web.
No shit.
Yeah, and literally you go, and what we did is we would message the client and be like, "Hey, is this your computer password?"
Wow. I want that software because I thought the one we had was
Sign
cool.
a contract with us. When we got you. Sign a contract with us. We literally do a dark web scan, and then we also send phishing emails.
Phishing. What do you mean?
As in testing.
So you'll have like, hey, you have somebody sent you a Dropbox. Click this link to check out the file, and then you click the link, and it'll take you to a Microsoft page to tell you to sign in, and it's a fake Microsoft page. And through us, it's fake, right? So it's not actually getting out there. But that's how people
phishing
that
scam
fish,
works, yeah.
That's how they do it,
It's
right?
called. It starts with a PH, right?
Phishing.
Phishing. PHIS.
Oh, it's not like spelled like fishing.
No, it's
It's
PH.
not.
PH.
Oh, okay.
It's phishing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Phishing.
so
I don't know what the exact.
Our thing we'll do it like once a month, send you a random, and they're good. They're good. Like some of them, like even some of our people got like because
Caught?
we get it, and they're like,
Wow.
you click the link, and
Because some of them are legit.
Yeah.
Some of them look. I mean, we've gotten
That's what
ones
I'm saying.
where my employees will say, "Hey, Andy, is this legit?" I'm like, "No, it's not legit." So, yeah.
I-
it's-
Right,
I got one last week, and it was like, hey, here's a DocuSign.
Oh, we've gotten those too.
Yeah.
Like from an attorney, as if and we work
Yeah,
with attorneys,
yeah.
so it looks like it's one of our clients, or they're handling something for our clients. It's wild. It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy
So-
how the internet turned into like basically a. You can do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You could get away with a lot of shit. You can also rob a lot of people that way.
Yeah.
So we do that. We offer that to people, and we'll do a report at the end of the month, and we'll be like, hey, you had 7 people that have clicked on this link and put in their password that would have gotten phished, right? And somebody would have had their information
Stolen.
We
Yeah, that's so
recommend
wild.
we recommend you do your we have security trainings too. We have yearly ones, then we have like micro trainings, right? And you need it for your insurance, right?
Correct.
Did you guys ever deal with like?
We haven't had any cyber
attacks?
cyber
I'm
claims.
curious how it looks.
I am too, and I actually thought about it because we've done like marijuana claims, we've done stock claims, like so many interesting ones, but we have not done cybersecurity one. Some really interesting ones if we ever get one. That'd be interesting.
Like a cybersecurity-
Yeah, I would definitely take it because
You would, expose it to it.
you would find
Call me.
people.
Call me.
You can find people in IT that you
Yeah.
gather a team and
Yeah.
figure out how to handle it. So I'd be really interested in actually
Well,
seeing
because to get a premium for that, like for example, if you don't have SOC, so like 2-factor authentication, your premium goes up. If you don't have
Wow.
some kind of phishing campaign or a security training in place, your rate goes up. If you don't have certain backups, your rate goes up, right? So we actually look into that and all that stuff, and we say before you even do cyber insurance, here's this checklist. How many of the stuff do you have that's enforced? It has to be enforced, not just optional. That like, oh yeah, some of our guys have it. No, it's got to be enforced where everybody is required to have it.
That's
right?
cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's super cool, and it's like you have to remember that like if you get ransomware, like if your company got ransomware, it's not just the loss of like the current people,
information.
your information.
I know.
It's your customers' information. You're losing your. It may have cost you $50,000 to get yourself back online, but in the long run, it'll probably cost you $1 million because people don't want to work with you anymore.
Yeah, that is that's wild. So when the agent that insured us, we went through all the coverages, and he's one of the best agents I've ever met. One of the most intelligent guys in the industry. When it comes to agents actually knowing policies, because most agents really don't know the policies, and so he went through all of them, like, hey, cybersecurity, and then he explained what if this happens, and gave me like 10 reasons. Hey, what if this happens? So like PAs and public adjusting companies, we're only thing we need pretty much for each state is a bond. We need to be bonded. We need to be licensed. But we don't really need insurance. And so our company, like when people ask, like we have professional liability, general liability, workman's comp, cybersecurity. Like we have everything.
Right.
God, you never know. It might just be.
But how's your security? Do you know how your security is?
Very good. I mean, we are like for whatever. I'm very good for.
I'm about to find out.
We are very good, Marcin.
You're gonna get an email from me tomorrow. Hey, I found your email from on this
our
public.
password is definitely not adjusting 123.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Don't you mention exclamation points, bro. That's most of my passwords, bro.
Yeah. It's not even the complexity of a short password. It's the longer a password.
The longer,
the
right?
more secure it is.
Like,
so the complexity
Yes.
isn't a thing. It's the length. The longer it is, it gets exponentially longer.
But the
for it to
problem,
hard.
Marcin,
more
with-
difficult.
Here's
More
the problem
difficult
with
to
that. So I tried that, Rock. So someone told me
Yeah,
about that too.
How much you forget?
All of it, because like if you just do a word, let's say we're doing podcasts, right? And then you take, podcast is the best, but now you have to do a capital.
Yeah.
You have to do a number.
Yeah.
A symbol.
Yeah.
So if you're just gonna do podcast is the best, that's easy to remember. But then it's like, well,
Exclamation-
fuck,
one exclamation
how
mark.
many symbols did I do, and what did I capitalize the P or did I capitalize? Like you don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's what you.
And if you keep
that's
it in
where-
like your notes online, then it's like, okay,
well,
well,
that's what you get password managers for.
oh, okay, I didn't know there's such a thing.
What? Man, we gotta talk.
Me
after this.
and
I'm
Andy are on
about
the same
to-
page because
we're-
you're telling me about this. I'm like,
We're
the
about
fuck?
to-
How does that not get hacked?
Yeah, you know who my password manager is?
Your
Apple Notebook. Apple
Hey,
Notes.
do it. I'm not gonna lie. My mom has her passwords on there too, right? And I put it in there because I can't be asked, and I know she's not gonna pay $5 a month for an app. But a password manager, you install it on your phone.
Wait a minute.
It's $5 a month.
Well, and you have to pay for a
Shit.
subscription?
There's a free
$5
version.
a month.
Fuck these guys. They're going to get hacked.
I'll stick to my notebook.
There's also a free version.
That's it? Really?
There's
It's $5 a month?
There's a free version.
Is it a free
I
version,
think
but they
the
borrow your password once in a while?
The family version is like $15 where you have 5 people.
I didn't know that there's such a.
Oh yeah. There's keepers.
I think my mom's method is the best of just using an old school notebook.
That is the best.
Because you'd actually have to come into the house, like break into the house, find
Yeah.
the notebook, and then figure out her handwriting. So, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
My best password or the ones that I write by hand because you can't read them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
especially
problem is when
because
you're,
Paul's left-handed,
when you're
too.
not home, you're like, oh shit. I'm like, how do I get to my notebook that's
Yeah.
at my house?
Well, I remember, like, I'm pretty good at, listen, of all the passwords I use, I remember all of them. It just depends on what order.
Okay. Oh,
Sometimes-
yes.
The worst part is when I know.
I bet you I can tell you like 3
I
of
bet
yours.
I bet you probably can. But for where the fuck do I use them? Is the question. Listen, all right. I know the passwords. The problem is
You don't know what you
when they say every 3 months you got to change your password. That's where
Yeah.
it fucks.
Oh.
me.
Yeah.
It's over.
Because then it's like, which one did I use last?
And then you use one, then you use the
Then
second
you,
one,
and then
you
you,
use
like,
the third.
you can't
and then-
reuse a password.
And then you used it too many times. Now you got to set a new password,
Or-
bro.
or-
God damn it,
or you
no.
click reset password and it's like, and
What
then
was your original password?
you're you're putting in a new password. Like you can't use it. You've used in the past 6 months. Like son of a.
And that password thing is that's a
We enforce that. We
That's-
make all of our clients change their password every 3
But
months.
it's challenging though if you think about it. It's challenging for somebody that's got to have access to certain things, and they
Correct.
make you change the freaking password every couple months. I get
It's an
the point.
inconvenience.
It's inconvenience.
But it's for
Your own good.
it's for not just your own good, your company's good.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
why? Like if I run a company of 100 people, I could trust them all I want. Doesn't mean they're not going to make a mistake somewhere. Click a link,
I'm gonna get
put in a
Oh,
password.
yeah, this is not
somewhere.
even about trust. This is just about. I mean, they're just getting hacked.
Accident.
Yeah,
Accident.
I'm gonna
Correct.
buy a parrot and just tell him to remember the damn passwords. dude.
Yeah.
So I actually took notes and I printed out all the passwords and I have them in my office, like on the side, in case I have to
That's
delete
so
them.
bad.
Why?
That's so bad.
I have it printed out, so you have to
Yeah,
rob
until
me.
somebody breaks into your office and just has
Listen,
everything.
Hopefully
Like
it
your
never
mom has that
happens.
notebook, right?
Yeah.
I have one too, bro. It's just in a certain spot where nobody will find it. That's it. If you find it, you're gonna be rich, but you're never gonna find it. You're never gonna find it. And if you do, you won't be able to read
Well, it's
it.
probably in your
If
safe.
you find mine, you'll have a lot of debt. So don't worry, you'll be okay.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the other part. I'm not gonna talk about that part. You can take that
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, Andy, bro,
Take my notebook, please. Make sure you pay everything on the
Andy,
first
bro,
of the
we're gonna
month.
have a conversation about this. I'm gonna be
No,
like,
I'm very interested.
We're about
we
to get
doing?
a new client in Crown Point.
Yeah, I didn't know it's $5 a month. I didn't even know there. I know there's security services and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, stuff maybe again, I don't think. Have you thought about that for your business?
What?
Security and passwords and all that, like people hacking you. You're so busy growing a company.
You don't even think about this shit.
you
God,
missed
the
that
last
small-
thing you want to worry about
Well,
is passwords.
That's what my company is there for, right? Is to get that stuff. So we can go back to you and be like, hey, you don't have this, you don't have that. We do a intrusion test to see how far we can get with as little info as possible.
Ooh, I would
Alright?
want to see that.
My biggest problem right now is there's one person that knows the passwords to a lot of my shit.
Your wife?
We all know him.
Oh. Oh.
Who's that? Oh.
Oh, the one that sets
know-
up all your
yeah,
shit.
he knows- he knows
he's
all
probably
mine
sitting
too.
at home right now and fucking
Yeah.
watching us on camera, bro. I bet
Yeah.
you
I know.
$50.
Yeah, he probably gets bored and just looks
He's
at
like,
the
I
camera.
know what you watched. Like, if he sent that email with the
picture?
I'd be like, oh shit, I'm in
We
trouble.
got fucked. We're fucked now. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Mihaw's starting his own thing. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he might be fishing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
but he
you
does-
either replace these 100 cameras or I gotta put this out on the web.
Yeah. No, I mean, but yeah. But
There's
this
some really incriminating stuff on there, bro.
Yeah.
But these are the things like I need to think about, right? When I'm like talking to clients, stuff like that. 'Cause it's like you don't realize you need it or that it's important until it happens.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, and then it's too late.
Yeah.
Right. My previous company that I worked for, we got ransomware. They had to pay $1.5 million.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
Does the insurance cover that?
The insurance would cover that, right?
No,
Because they didn't have cyber coverage or what?
Oh, they didn't say.
they didn't have cyber. They didn't have
Okay.
cyber insurance. But not only do you can have cyber insurance, doesn't mean they're gonna get paid out.
Correct. Doesn't mean they're gonna actually cover it. Yes.
If you didn't have the stuff that you checked off that you had,
Yeah.
they're not gonna pay you out.
Well, I mean, there's obviously there's a point for that.
Now,
right?
now my company, let's say you got ransomware, we keep a backup of everything. We can get you back up within hours.
You're doing a very good job selling, by the way. So.
We can get you back up within hours, right? Obviously, it's like a temporary. It's a band-aid, so you guys can keep working, but all your information is safe,
Okay.
separated. But like, you don't know how much information that person got before they.
Yeah.
So in our case, in my previous company, their ransomware was on the server for probably 6 to 8 months. How much information can you get in 6 to 8 months?
Pretty much everything, right?
everything.
Absolutely. You can download everything, right? And so even if you get it back up and running and stuff like that, they still have all that information.
Yeah,
wild.
exactly. And then they can use it against you.
So
even.
if you're in this, market, in this industry, is it true like with Apple selling always like that whole fact that they're the most secure phone company technology, like they're
It is
it is
it is very hard to get into anything Apple.
okay. That's good to know.
Because they won't.
So we're good. We don't need
they
your
won't,
service.
they won't give a back door to like almost anybody. They didn't want to give
Except
it to
the FBI.
They didn't want to give it to the FBI.
I know.
Right? They didn't even want to give it to them. But you have is everything saved on iCloud?
I don't use iCloud. I use Gmail.
There you go.
I'm a big Gmail guy.
There you go. That's
Same.
not
Yeah,
Apple.
right.
I think obviously
know.
we were
Yeah.
born in the same
Yeah.
area and
But-
everything.
but
right?
that's-
Gmail is easy. I've just always used Gmail.
Yeah,
Now I
same.
like
Right.
my Apple, but I do like Gmail.
But that's not Apple anymore.
I know.
So there you go. There's already an opening.
Yeah, so now we actually built our own CRM. What was cool this year, we did our own CRM
Yeah.
to take the whole company and have our own software that we are eventually going to be able to sell. So now that data is ours because, before that data was actually that company, that CRM. It
Yeah.
wasn't even our data.
Where do you keep it?
I think we're using Amazon. We're
AWS?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say this desk.
Still
and his
hackable.
office.
No, we don't have our own. No.
Still hackable. All they need is they need access to that AWS account or some kind of link to it,
Yeah.
and they can start pulling information. Like it is that simple.
It's wild.
Right?
I mean, dude, bro, the internet's wild.
This is absolute worst case scenario, right? But these are all things that can happen, right? We are a big Microsoft, right? We all specialize in Microsoft. We specifically specialize in Microsoft.
Okay.
So
Is it because it gets hacked a lot?
no, it's because a lot of our things work well with it.
Okay.
Like a lot of our things. So we have something called a SOC. A SOC is SOC. It's a
Oh, I'm
drawing a blank, but it's like a security operations center. So basically, let's say, Paul, you're working for the company and you're at home, right? Trying to log into your computer. 5 minutes later, somebody logged in from Canada. Physically, you can't get to Canada in 5 minutes, right?
I can't with a VPN.
That's different because they can still trace you back.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, they can still trace you back.
Damn.
So the security operations center will go. They'll be like, they'll get an alarm. They'll lock you down. They'll lock your account down, so you can't do anything. They'll call us and be like, "Hey, this Paul just signed in here, but 5 minutes later he signed in Canada. I think somebody might have his information." So we lock you down. At the minimum, we make you change your password.
Aware right away.
Right, but we'll call you. Well, your account's locked. You can't even get into the computer anymore. That's how quick they'll lock it down. And we'll be like, "Hey, Paul, did you sign in? At this time?" He's like, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I signed in my computer." "Okay, did you turn on a VPN or anything because you got pinged in Canada?" And you'll be like, "No, I literally just signed in and haven't touched my computer yet." At minimum, we'll look into it, but at a minimum, we make you change your password immediately.
Interesting.
Same,
A lot of cybersecurity stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot.
Same thing. Same thing. If you were to click a bad link, let's say you're in the office and you click a bad link, right? And you were about to download a malware, the SOC will also isolate your computer from the network. Like, if you want to picture an immediate wall being built around your computer, and it can't talk to any other computer.
So that your software is built on the computer, or it's downloaded into the computer?
It's on the cloud and it's on the
Okay.
computer. So it's attached to your email, but then it's also attached to your computer. Two separate services, essentially.
Interesting.
And
This is all mumbo jumbo to me,
yeah,
bro.
it'll isolate your computer from your network, and you can't unlock it unless we take a look at it.
What you're doing is what I do every day is like educate people because no one knows what I do. And so
Yeah.
what you're doing right now is just educate like I've never heard.
Yeah.
And then again, you're aware of it, but
This is a reason why we do this
This
sometimes.
is like the nitty-gritty, right?
Some of this stuff
Yeah.
is interesting, right?
Yeah, but you as a decision maker for your company, right? Do you not want to make sure that you are like, okay, I understand people don't want to spend the money, right? Because you're paying extra X amount of dollars a month
we'd rather
for
spend
this.
it on Facebook Marketplace.
But would you not rather spend pennies now or over the course of a year instead of having to pay $1.5 million
bags of money.
in one go,
Yep.
right? And with the risk of your information still being out there even after you've paid it.
Yep. And not only yours, but your clients, your customers, or
Yep.
whoever they would be, right? I mean, that's
No, it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense if you think about it that way, because upfront costs are upfront costs. You know what the cost is, but it's saves you from having who knows what kind of cost later down the
Exactly.
road if some shit really hits the fan,
But-
right?
I think
who's your primary customer?
What do you mean? Like what
Like-
kind of service industry?
Yeah. Or like is it small business? Is it large business?
No, our minimum is 10 users. We have people that have 500 employees though. So it's all over. I think our biggest client is probably down the street from here in Lockport.
Okay.
I don't want to say any
Yeah,
names
okay.
or anything,
Yeah.
but
I'm just curious, like is it one particular sector or is it any kind of
so we're big in not-for-profits. We're big in HVAC.
Okay.
A lot of HVAC companies, and then we have just lawyers, accountants, like all over the place. Kind of, we have specific specializations, and now we're also getting into a lot of companies that have government contracts because government contracts, you need a whole different environment when you're working with government contracts because they weren't enforcing it before, and now they are, and so people are getting these notices like, you have till the end of the year to get compliant with this, or we can terminate your contract.
super
For cybersecurity.
More than just that.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, you don't want the government to get.
licensing.
Yeah.
Like licensing with if you're in Microsoft or anything like that for your emails or something like that, you need specific licensing. You need specific security. You need special precautions, right? Stuff like that. So there's a lot to it, and it's
I mean,
like,
that's a good thing, right? At the end of the day, you don't want the government to get hacked.
yes, but
Yeah.
okay, they just got this notice this year. Although you were supposed to have it for the past 15 years.
Well,
So for the past 15 years, people.
they haven't been strictly enforcing it, right?
Right.
That's the thing.
But you're the government, and you're doing
Well,
government
the government.
contracts.
Well, the government is the government, right?
Correct.
One of our clients, they make an electrical component specifically
For a
For-
missile.
for a tank. They make one specific electrical component,
Component,
for a tank,
That's interesting.
and they have that contract with the government. And now the guy came back and he's like, "Hey, so apparently I need this done now," and we're like, "Well, it's gonna cost you 150 grand."
Whoa, that's wild.
Yeah, but a government contract.
Yeah,
pays,
correct.
Right?
That's the lifeline of their business.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
So
Yeah.
they lose that contract. They're going out.
Yeah,
of
they're
business.
going out of business.
Yeah.
And what I was gonna bring back around is like people that get the company. 60% of companies. Don't quote me on the statistic, but around 60% of the companies that have gotten cyber attacked previously go out of business within 5 years.
Not shocking.
Because
not a shocking
because
stat.
because people don't want to work with them anymore because they're worried that like what happens if they get
You've been
hacked
compromised,
again?
right?
Yeah, and stuff like that. Like a lot of people leave because like, well, you might have given out our information, right? Blah blah blah. All
someone
this
might
personal
have access to the information and they're going to come and hack us
Yeah,
and steal our
exactly,
information or
exactly,
our employees
exactly,
or whatever, right?
right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
and
I
when
got to
you
switch out completely, right? That makes sense.
and when you say 150, you have to think about okay, 150. But if the guy doesn't pay 150, it's either you make 10 million a year or you pay 150 and keep making 10 million a year. What's
Exactly.
Because a lot of people when we talk to them and we're like, hey, this is our fee. Oh, I have to pay you. So if I get this much, I have to pay you. But if I get you 3 times more than insurance, why doesn't it matter? I could charge you half double,
right.
and you'd still be
making more than
a lot of people get hung up on the fees and amounts.
the cost,
Correct,
right?
the cost.
The upfront cost.
The upfront cost. Correct.
Specifically.
And we don't even have an upfront cost. It's
Yeah.
all contingent. You get
Yeah.
paid,
Right.
so you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, we have an upfront cost, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to kind of make that sell or anything like that. But it's like we had a person that didn't want anything, right? They just wanted bare bones support from us, blah blah blah. Goes to a conference, and the guy's like, "Yeah," he's like, "Our company right next door got hacked. This happened. Within the 6 months they've gone out of business, right? This guy comes back and says, I want everything."
Of course. I mean, he
Right.
probably from hearing about the bad
Yeah.
experience.
Right,
that they
but
had.
that was because that was from somebody in like the
Close to-
same field
Correct.
as him
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
right? And it's like this is what we're trying to tell you. I get it if you're skeptical. Like I understand it. You got to put up money. You don't see the big thing
investment,
is
technically,
you don't
right?
see anything happening.
Yeah.
But if nothing's happening, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
right? Just like people are like, oh, well, why are we paying you so much for our IT support? But like nothing ever breaks or anything like that. There's a reason for that. You pay us so that it doesn't break.
Mihal told me that. He's like, the IT is the most, like, no one knows about the IT guy in the company because that means everything's working good.
Yeah.
If you hear about the IT guy, or you
There's
hear
a
about
problem.
that, there's a problem.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's like, it's weird because it's like the one people that you never hear about, and that's a good thing. That means everything's working fine.
Right.
Like it's supposed to.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. It's like when you're writing checks, right? You never hear from the accountant until you're out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
listen, I got to write a check and we don't have no more money in the account.
Your
Oh,
account's
shit.
a little bit low.
Yeah.
I got to go cash some Bitcoin. We got to get it back.
How's Bitcoin for you?
Bro, let's pull it up right now. I'm curious what the price is right now.
We'll get to it in a second. It's
What
quick
you got?
break. Quick break.
What you
quick
got?
break. And we
Wanna
got
take a
we got a
break?
couple
Quick break?
things.
That
We
sounds
got-
good.
We'll take a
we got-
pause.
We
We're
got a
back.
couple of things. We'll give a shout out to Andy in just a second here. All right. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you guys want to see some merchandise, just let us know. Maybe we'll make some more.
If you want to come join us on a podcast, let us
also
know.
let us know. If you got questions for us, let us know.
If you got demands, don't question, don't send them because we won't respond anyway.
Yeah. If they're dumb enough, we just won't respond.
Oh Lord.
And shout out to Andy for coming on, and obviously All Cities Adjusting. I'll put a link in the description below. There's something gonna be on the screen right now, whatever it is. I'll also include what time I was editing this.
Marcin has
So-
become more and more intertwined into this whole thing where
Yeah.
Marcin's learning how to use this stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
That's why I'm like,
I mean, you
like
have all the gadgets. I mean, you would think you guys just have a camera, but you guys have everything. You guys went all out.
Listen.
as we're recording off an iPhone 12.
You know what? That's one of the best recording. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
Bro,
we use for our videos.
Phone technology nowadays.
my problem with this is that you can only have one at a time. At least with the software I have, you can only do one phone at a time.
Okay.
So like I can't have
Oh,
I
I
can't
see. Different angles?
simultaneously be recording two things at once, which would be really cool because like I could record somebody's car while we're talking about it and still have us on screen and just like a smaller version of the car on
Why
the screen.
you can't do two?
No, the program just doesn't allow it.
Okay.
Just simple as that.
That's gonna be our next upgrade.
Yeah,
When
we have to buy an actual.
angles.
Well, then we have to buy an actual like camera, right?
I'm pretty sure if we look through our stores, we find one.
Marketplace. I heard that's cool. They got a lot of things.
I heard about that too.
Don't say anything about it right now because they're gonna open
Everyone's gonna- yeah,
we're gonna open our phone. Everybody's gonna get a
Because
camera.
that DSLR camera,
Yeah, 100%
for cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just telling you we were in San Diego, and it was funny because I downloaded Facebook and I was looking at Marketplace ads, and Facebook knew I was in San Diego. I mean,
Yeah.
all the ads, everything was San
Bro.
Diego.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
Dude, listen to this crazy ass story. Let me just tell you real quick. We were talking to a customer last week about a specific part for a car. He works for a big company that specializes in something that you've done before. Race on track with a performance car.
but what?
Remember when you were on track before with with like a Ferrari?
Paulie was saying something about this the other day. I wasn't catching it,
we're
but
talking to the
where you take a performance car out for a track for like a few laps.
Yeah, just
right?
test out like a car.
You pay
It's an
you pay like,
experience.
you pay like $300. They put you in like two different supercars. that
So
you
it's
can
not
just-
your own car. You're driving someone else's car.
on the track. You
Got
have
it.
you have somebody sitting with you
Got
telling you how to drive it. I had a cool guy. The guy's
was
the
this
guys.
was this in Indianapolis?
No, this was in Joliet that
Oh,
that I did it, right? And
so
the
the company that we're dealing with.
yeah.
But besides that, the crazy thing is, we're talking to this guy. I searched up the company that he works for on my computer. Literally 10 minutes later, I opened my phone
It was on your phone.
and I was going to check Facebook Messenger because somebody sent me a
You
message.
had an
Bro,
ad for it.
first thing that pops up is the ad for that company. I was like, that's fucking wild. bro.
Targeted.
Did you ask him how much they paid for that?
For what?
For that targeted campaign?
No, I mean, bro, I
You
didn't
said
even know
you were
there was
just
a thing you
talking.
pay for.
You said you were just talking to him.
Talking to who?
The guy that.
I talked to the guy. We were emailing with the guy, and
Oh.
we're talking back and forth, right? But I'm saying I looked up to his company that he works for on a
That's all you
computer,
needed. That's all you needed.
and boom, on my phone, boom, a minute, dude. It was all there. I
Next
was like,
time,
that's
if
fucking
you ever
crazy.
talk to him in person, ask him how much he pays for that because you could
It's a
you could pay
targeted
for that
campaign,
service.
correct.
You could pay for the. It's called an ad campaign, right?
So I
Yeah.
did one with Fox. Fox channel. They did one in California. We targeted after the wildfires
Yeah.
in Palisades. We did a large campaign where it was you could
Say
target
Palisades or Palace Heights?
Palisades.
Palisades.
Yeah, California, not Palisades. There's
Palestine.
any wildfires around here. But so when we did that, Fox said, they can. It's not governed yet. They said that eventually this probably will get governed and it's going to get regulated. But for now, it's not. They can target you by like the zip. I mean, they can target you. They asked me.
There's
by
so many
zip
different
code,
ways.
So many different ways. And you come up on what channels you come up,
Yeah.
and you can track it. It's pretty wild.
I get ads, 4 ads on Facebook when I like sign in via Tipsy Trailer or TBTS. They're like, "Do you want to boost this post with an ad campaign?" And
Yeah.
you pay a certain amount and it targets certain. You could get to pick how you want it.
I'm doing-
Like, they're like, "Do you just want?"
Do you do any marketing? Sorry.
No.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could like pick like, do you want it just to show up more often, just so you can get more views, or do you want people to like stay on it, or do you want it to show up randomly in people's feeds, or how like, you can customize it however you want.
We
right?
did a Facebook ad before
Okay.
for the company, like once I think or twice, just to test it out. Not really sure if it had an effect or not, but we actually have been doing recently more often promotional ads on eBay
Okay.
for like our products and stuff like that.
How's that?
So eBay basically called me last week and said like, "Hey, listen, this lady I'm talking to, which I actually did this before, but she kind of told me what it really works like, what it looks like, and how it works. Promotional ads, basically, it's per click. If you adjust the price and how much you pay for a click, and every time somebody's looking for something specific on eBay, your thing shows up on the bottom. Like when you scroll sometimes and you're looking for at a product and you look lower and there's like
Yep.
similar items for sale, whatever. To get in there, you have to pay an extra fee. It gives you a priority like promotion, and then if someone clicks it, they charge you for that click, but that gets you a very good chance at a sale.
Yeah.
So it's actually I've been doing it for this particular one. I've been doing for a week, and it's been pretty good. It picked up a lot of
you
business.
could do the same thing with Google. So like let's say somebody looks up
We do a lot Google and SEO.
let's say you do like you
Yeah.
you look up True Green. If another company in the same business same area
yeah.
has a thing, their website will pop up before True Green does. Even though you search for True
Yeah,
Green.
because it's
Correct.
sponsored.
Because they're the sponsored ad,
Because
yeah.
because that's what I was looking at before multiple times. I'm like, when you look at something up, specific, A lot of times above that, you'll have sponsored.
one, yeah.
Correct.
And it's either sponsored the company you're looking for or a competitor.
Or another
Yep,
one,
yep.
correct.
Or a
Yeah,
competitor.
so we
right?
we've done everything with SEO. We haven't done much target click per was it
Click per-
pay per click?
Yeah,
Pay per-
yeah.
Everything's been SEO. Paul, how long have you had the company for? A Solutions. When did you start that?
15 years?
2013.
15? 12 years?
2013
No,
is
no
when-
marketing, huh?
2013 is when I opened the corporation. I was doing that obviously like 3 years before that, right? So I'm technically 15 years in.
Yeah.
No marketing.
That's
Not re-
wild.
No,
Word
no
of mouth,
marketing.
word of- my company, to be honest, up until maybe a couple of years ago,
I mean-
didn't do any marketing either. It was all word of mouth and recommendations.
Unless you consider Facebook marketing, but the only thing we market on Facebook is that we have a Facebook page, and then we post the car that we're going to be stripping.
Got it.
So I'm not really sure if that's
That's
not
just a
paid.
post.
That's
That's
just an
just a
organic
post.
post,
Yeah.
right? So it goes up based off of that.
You're
So-
not paying anybody to promote
No,
or anything
no.
like that.
Like I
right?
said, we did a one Facebook campaign where we paid. It was a couple. I don't know. It was like $150, $200.
Yeah.
Boosted a couple things,
I've been thinking about doing that for the channel.
but I don't know if it actually brought sales. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not really sure. Polly was
That's
the
one of those.
handling
That's
that.
one of those things where you need like a survey after, like, how'd you hear about us? And
Correct.
whatever,
yeah, because
all that
and that's why
stuff.
you have surveys. Like, how'd you hear about us? Where'd you get your information
They
from?
want to know
Because
if it's working.
They want to know if they're
Spending their money.
If they're spending the money in the right, right area, right campaign, right whatever, word of mouth or by advertisement or by in the mail, you get a flyer or some shit like that, whatever it could be, right? So they want to know as well if are they spending the money
Correct.
properly, right? Like if you got 100 surveys and 90% say that it's from a website, specific website, you're probably gonna pay that website more to
Yep.
promote it more because that's where you get most of your traffic from, right? So
We actually had out of the last I think the last 10 claims, 2 of them, one came through ChatGPT.
Oh, really?
nice.
The client told us they found us on ChatGPT, and the other one was not ChatGPT. I don't know if it was Gemini or one of the other AI. They found us, which is wild.
That's a good way to invest in marketing right now.
But it was all through Google. It's all through SEO because
Yeah.
it's pulling natural data. It's pulling all the
what
data.
is it?
from
SEO?
SEO.
SEO. We've done a
The hell's-
search engine optimization.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
okay.
actually, when I
See, I've had that come up a couple times
Yeah.
where they, messaged me.
I don't,
with-
I
with
don't know if you've
something
seen our
things.
YouTube comments or our messages. Sometimes people send it to us or the emails.
They can help you. Yeah, the search. Yeah,
So-
we'll handle it for you.
I use ChatGPT to make most of our video descriptions, right? Because I just don't have the time to sit there and write
Yeah, this is a free
3
job.
paragraphs,
It's
right?
a free job, right? Nobody
yeah,
gets paid
exactly.
here.
Nobody's paying me over here, right? So I actually mention when I'm asking ChatGPT to make when in the prompt, I'm like, can you make an SEO friendly description? Because then the entire description is completely different than what it normally would be.
Really?
Correct, but now Google has figured that out, and so now their software is picking out if was written by ChatGPT
Yep,
or if
yep, yep.
it was written by AI. So it gets pretty wild. I mean, that's our whole business. Just because people don't know what public adjusters are or what we do, unless you're knocking on doors, but we're not storm chasing. Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in order for someone that has a fire, someone to
Somebody's
find us,
finding you.
they gotta literally start looking us up, search educational. It's
Yep.
all through search optimization. That's been our biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's growing your business. So
No,
why not
100%. Listen,
why
we
not
were.
continue to do it, right?
I told myself a long time when we started that, hey, I don't want to chase fire. I don't want to be an ambulance chaser. We're not going to chase people, or I can't talk to someone
Yeah.
after they just had a fire and their
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
family's
yeah.
distressed. It's wild,
It's kind of shitty, right?
wild. But I said, okay, there's a way we can target these people, right? Either
Yeah.
text messages right away after fire or call. But search optimization in Google has been our main.
I mean,
focus.
where does everybody get their information nowadays?
Google Maps. I mean, if I look at someone, if I'm in a different area, I'm looking for a restaurant, I'm looking for a plumber. Google Maps.
First
Plumber
thing I
near
do,
me.
yeah. If I'm in an area,
Yeah.
I just type
Google
in
Maps.
Google Maps.
I just go on Google Map and I type in restaurant.
So right now it's Google Maps, right? You're using Google Maps.
Yeah, exactly. I just type in restaurant.
I hate Apple Maps, so
I don't
Yeah,
use Apple Maps.
absolutely.
fucking
not.
bro,
I love
can't.
I love my iPhone, but I would not use Apple Maps.
I've said this on the packet before. I love my iPhone. Will never buy a Mac. And I will never use
You're
another
missing
Apple
out.
product. I don't think so.
You're missing out. It's
I'm
amazing.
You have to remember the things that I'm doing is not what you're doing,
yeah,
right?
no, for sure. For
I'm-
what we do and for
Yeah.
simplicity, it's great.
I'm fresh in the iPhone, bro. I'm only in about 6 months, dude.
What do you think?
It's too simple.
It's fucking makes me feel like I'm dumb sometimes a little bit.
I just like that everything
I
works.
like
Like
it.
it
It
never
does
breaks.
work.
Everything works.
But I feel like I get a lot more spam on Apple than I get on Android, which is weird because that's how I
Really?
heard the opposite of that.
I never
Dude,
get
I get like spam text messages,
Oh, I get
spam
those.
emails all the time. Like I never got spam messages
I think
on
that's
Android.
I think that's just the time right now.
Yes, I think right now it's
Maybe,
insane.
maybe,
Everyone's
maybe.
That's why I said, do you get like these random text messages?
I
Like,
get calls all the fucking time.
oh, calls are
Bro,
insane right now.
dude.
Calls are crazy.
When
iPhone does-
when I answer, all I hear is that pause for a second, and I
Yeah.
hear a click. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's goodbye.
You want to
Yeah.
hear something wild
they
about?
hang up on you.
They
They hang up on you.
watch this wild thing. So we have our toll free number. It's 844 My Adjuster. It's on
Right.
our website. It's everywhere.
Damn,
and then we
that's
have
fancy,
local.
bro.
Yeah, I know. We're pretty fancy people, you know. And so we have our local numbers in our offices, but then we have the toll free number. And so we hired a new person that was just in charge of taking the phone calls. So we gave her, got a new phone. All the calls are being transferred to that number. All of a sudden, in 2 weeks, we're getting no calls. I called the marketing guy. We were having talks. He's like, listen, our traffic has never been higher. We have so many people on our website. There's no way we're getting no calls. I'm like, well, we've only got a couple. Like, not that none, but it was just a minimum. So I call our company that handles all our phones. Turns out Apple
company.
So yeah, what turns out is Apple has this new. I don't know if it's new, but if you get a call from a toll free number so many times, they automatically
likely.
block it. They blocked our number on that phone on her. So I went on her phone. I'm looking.
Sounds like
I'm
I
like,
need
there's
a
our toll free number. They blocked our toll free number.
Sounds like you need a real phone solution. Let
Yeah,
me tell you.
Wild. So 2 weeks we missed calls.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
How much business is that?
it's a lot of business.
Right.
It hurt.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, of
it hurt.
course.
2 weeks. We were like, what the F is going on?
That's like when I was banned on eBay for a month.
Ooh, that sucks.
That
That's good.
sucked. It was a very slow month. eBay's a main source of revenue.
Is
technically.
eBay still as good as it was? I have a
eBay got better.
It's no Craigslist.
eBay got better.
It's no Craigslist, right?
eBay got better.
Really?
What
I've
do you-
heard the other way, that
What are you
it-
trying to say in terms of like what are you asking?
I have someone that sells on eBay, and they've been selling for so many years, and now that person is saying that more people are returning his stuff, returning it, they're switching out an old thing, putting it in. It's gotten worse and worse. He said.
There's two perspectives to that. The good perspective is that eBay has made things easier. One for sure.
For you or for the
me,
seller?
For me, as the seller, make things more smoothly operating. Here's the order. Here's this. Here's this. You're done. You ship it out. You're done. You have a tracking number. You have all the information, right? But also for the buyer, whoever the buyer is, they also improve their experience by fucking the sellers. So what I mean by that is that exactly what you just said. Someone's going to buy something and they're going to return it. And eBay, if you want to be top rated on eBay, like be one of the best sellers on eBay, you have to offer free 30-day returns. You have to offer certain things. There's certain things that you have to do so you can become a top seller, so you can get the best rate for sales, right? Because that makes a difference. But then it's a little bit of a hindrance because if you're selling something and you want to sell it and get rid of it, you say it's sold as is, it is what it is, whatever, then you don't have the top tier for seller, which raises your rate for how much you pay for the listing the item is one thing. But then at the same time, the seller also gets more of they're more lenient towards the buyer. So if the buyer sends you something, back that's yours, but it's been opened or whatever, technically they returned it.
Yeah.
Even if it's been used, even if it's been opened, even if it's missing a component, from there on, as the seller, you have the chance to work with eBay directly, and most of the time eBay will actually cover that sale.
So they back you up.
A seller protection is what they have. So that's good. It really depends on if you're the buyer or the seller and what you're buying, what you're selling, but where you are in the company. Like if you're a small company and you're having that shit all the time, it's a pain in the ass. Like dealing with returns and shit, pain in the ass all the time. Makes it easy, it's super simple, but just makes it a pain in the ass when you sell something, then you like, I sold it, and then the day before the 30 days expires, I want to return it.
What's your return rate, out of curiosity? Do you know?
2%, I think.
That's it? That's
Like
pretty
2
cool.
point something percent.
Wow.
So it's not bad.
No, I would think it would be much higher. That's not bad.
Honestly, I can't really tell you because I don't have I get
I'll
that
just-
information, but maybe a little bit more. Maybe
Because I'm
more-
guessing eBay has tracks all that,
around-
right?
Maybe around 3. Yeah, oh yeah. They keep tracks on everything. If any cases that are not closed in your case or whatever, what?
Paul gave me this goddamn small ashtray. It's not even an ashtray. It's a whatever. It's a hubcap or something. I don't know.
The guy, he missed.
Yeah, I missed it. Come
He
on,
missed
just
the
say it.
You're not
hubcap,
burning
so
it.
he just
Don't worry,
pushed it over.
you're not burning the table.
It's
Yeah,
right
behind the head. You can't even see it.
There you go.
You can't even see it. No one knows what's going on back here, dude. So they have performance ratings for everything. Like if you have too many returns, they'll get you. If you're too late on uploading,
Is that
tracking.
where you started on eBay when you started the company?
I started. No, I started on Craigslist when I started the company.
You were also on eBay because you were using everybody else's account.
I was on eBay, but I abused the shit out of eBay. In terms of, I didn't abuse the shit out of eBay in the beginning. The problem was I didn't understand
How it
eBay the
worked.
proper way in terms of how it works,
Okay.
like what you can and can't do, or how to be the best seller, or how to make it easy for everybody to figure out any issues or anything like that. I had a lot of issues that came up, and then they just banned me.
Oh, they banned you.
They banned me like 3 times.
Not my account. I'm still a top seller. Never sold
because of
anything
him?
on there.
Yeah. But you started on Craigslist.
I started
When
on
Craigslist was like the original Craigslist.
Yeah, so when Craigslist was the OG Craigslist,
Yeah.
that's where I sold all my parts.
Wow.
Like I made a listing on Craigslist. I have this car for parts. I have these parts. Here's the price of the part. Or let me know what you're looking for. I'll give you a price. So people texted me, people called me, emailed me, whatever. That was that. Then I got into eBay early with first my account that I got banned. Then I got a couple other accounts that I got banned. Until I finally figured out how it actually works. Because there's literally a science to it in order to make sure that it works the proper way, right?
There's science to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
eBay specifically now is so advanced and everything that it's an awesome platform to sell on. You just got to understand every in and out of it.
I was just gonna mention you guys go into really good detail on a previous episode of Paulie. I called it. It is called. There's always a solution,
That's right.
and they go into pretty.
Did ChatGPT come up with that? Or you?
No,
That's you?
I come up with all the episode names.
Oh wow.
So those catchy names that you guys see on the episodes, that's always me. I literally sit there for like 10 minutes. I'm just like, it's gonna click. It's gonna click. And
Someone's
then
gonna click. What was the one with the planes? What?
It never clicks for me.
Oh.
No matter how much time. It
The
never
grains, planes, and
it
automobiles.
it was planes, grains, and automobiles. That's because we're talking about farming.
That's a good topic.
And planes falling out of
And
the
it was,
sky.
it was about planes falling out of the sky. It was about
Farming.
Paul had his GTR here, so the automobile, and then we were talking about farming. So planes, grains, and automobiles.
That's a good topic. That's a good. Title.
Yeah. So what you're saying, the what?
I was like, you guys go into really good detail about it,
Yeah.
about how your returns work and everything like that in that episode.
there was a process to it.
yeah,
Man.
like you guys talk about how you guys like they have a camera where everything's packaged, right? So like if somebody comes back and says, "Oh, this wasn't sent this way," they have a camera on that package being
Put
packed?
together. Yeah.
so they can see like that's not the same product.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah,
and
like,
that's where eBay backs you up.
Yeah, exactly. If you have proof of a lot of stuff, they'll back you up. Like if I say that, hey, I sent this.
So you take a picture of everything when you.
No,
send
we
it?
have it on live camera. Obviously, me, I'll set up a camera.
Yeah.
So we have a camera
I
that we can zoom in on a table
I
when the
remember
guys
that.
are packing, and you can see what they're packing.
So you can go back and send that video to eBay and
Yep.
say, "Hey, look,
Exactly.
this
We
is
hold like 2 months of record of
wow.
of 2 or 3 months. So they'll back me up then. Or if we ship an item to an address and then the guy's like, "Oh, that's the wrong address," and we're like, "Why is it the wrong address?" It's like it's on your eBay.
That's what you put in.
It's what you put in. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't. Well, I moved to a different place and." It doesn't matter, bro.
In 7 days, I
You should
moved
have
to a whole
fucking
different
caught that
yeah.
before you were shipping anything.
Yeah.
If it's already there and delivered, eBay's gonna say it's there and delivered to the address that's provided. So there's nothing we can do
Yep.
at that point, you know. So there is a lot of ins and outs of it, right? Like different. If you like I said, I've still been learning it. We've been learning eBay to this day. We got a lot better understanding the process and everything. Like we do we do restocking fees.
okay."
If you buy an item and you return the item because you didn't like it or something like that, that's a restocking fee.
We'll take it back.
We'll take
It's
it back.
gonna cost you a
It's gonna
little
cost you 20%.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Restocking
Which
fee
is
20%.
fair, but that's
Which is fair.
right?
100%.
Like
100%.
Unless you're
Unless the
saying,
item
unless
is
you're
damaged.
saying, yeah.
Which we'll file a claim for at that
But
case.
correct. But you're not sending damage. Like what you're sending.
No.
They
Listen,
check,
sometimes
they check everything before they.
sometimes we have an accident where something gets shipped out that maybe you shouldn't have shipped out, or maybe broke in storage, or maybe broken in transport, whatever the case may be, which is not that often, very rare actually, but it does happen. You're not gonna be 100%.
Paul runs a tight ship.
Hey, have you
not
talked
only-
about your operation? I mean, your operation over there in the Heights is
Not
is
really,
amazing.
not too detailed. We talked about it last time with Paulie for a bit, but we didn't get too like detail oriented in terms of like how we work, how it starts, how it ends, and everything.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have to do a podcast.
Because you
on
scaled
that
the crap out of your business.
Well, yeah.
You know, I was gonna say another good episode is when we had
Who?
Emron on.
Oh, Emron, who's a
And
competitor of
and
mine.
yeah, he's a competitor, but the way you guys do business is completely different. and it's very insightful to see like how one business is operated compared to a different one.
Yeah, he is.
Right.
He does the same thing I do, but he's in the beginning stages of where I was years ago. Right, in terms of, he probably makes more money than I do, in all honesty, but that's because of the way he runs the business. He has no overhead.
Got it.
He's got.
So he's going to get to that point when there's overhead if you want to scale.
If
Yeah.
you want to scale,
Correct.
exactly. But he might not be going in the direction. He might be going a little bit of different direction, right?
Yeah.
In a direction like I haven't gone, like rebuilding cars and shit like that. So what are you doing,
Dude,
bro?
there's a fly flying in my face, bro.
There was a fly, yeah, I saw it too.
It's right
he's
here.
sitting right there, bro. You gotta get his ass. Too slow. All right. So that was interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a podcast on it, like more detail how how we.
You could do that
I
while
wanna-
I'm Poland. I don't.
I want to do that, and I got to do. I want to do a podcast because people ask me about the whole Bitcoin mining, how that works, and
You could
everything.
do that while I'm Poland.
That
too.
one's gonna take a long time.
What about Poland? What podcast about Poland?
No, I'm going to Poland next
Oh.
month, and I'm like, he could do those solo
Don't worry, I
podcasts.
got,
Solo,
I got,
run those solo.
I got a backup host with me. Just
No,
we'll be all right, dude. Yeah,
who's gonna press the buttons?
Fuck.
I'm gonna have to.
How hard can we press
I'm gonna have
buttons,
to
dude?
leave sticky notes. Press here to record.
Yeah, I think they'll figure it out. Paul will
Just
figure it
draw
out.
a diagram.
Yeah, but
Draw
Paul's
a
like,
diagram.
you're gonna you're still gonna log in Poland and like edit the videos, right? I'm like, how the hell are you gonna send me a 40 gigabyte file so I can edit it?
Bro, I can get it to UPS mail fucking there tomorrow.
What, are you gonna send me a hard drive?
Yeah.
Google Drive link. Very secure.
No,
Not
I prefer
Apple iCloud?
OneDrive.
OneDrive? Is that Google?
That's
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
OneDrive. Oh, that's right.
That's what we
It is,
that's
yeah.
what we specialize in.
OneDrive?
Yeah.
Man, OneDrive kicked me out so many goddamn times. Changed my password.
Well, you don't have a company to actually do it right, so.
You fucking
I've
fat
never
badmouth
offered.
me, bro.
You know what's funny is I've never offered my brother like IT services
Yeah, who's the shitty person in this situation?
because you're too. No offense, you're too small. It's not worth it.
Whoa.
It's not worth it for you
Listen,
to pay
man.
for our service.
That's not. Probably not. But why would I be paying for this service? You should be fucking taking care of it.
I don't do everything in my company.
You
I
should
have
start your
teams
own.
for that.
Paul scaled the crap out of his. He's got a.
I mean-
I'm waiting until it's 10 employees and then I'm coming in.
you don't have. I thought you have like 20 already running around. There.
Fucking, I ain't fucking all city
He's got
adjusting, bro.
he's
No,
got
definitely
6
not.
people doing 20 people jobs. You know,
That's
Efficiency.
efficiency. Correct.
he runs a tight
Efficiency.
ship, dude.
Except I show up late and I get beat out for about it sometimes. I mean, it is what it is.
You got the Elon. Use the Elon's philosophy, right? The efficiency.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
person
yeah.
doing 10%.
Hey man, hey, that is a whole thing.
But
I was complaining to my coworkers. Nobody ever watches my podcast from work, anyways. But I was telling my coworkers, I'm like, dude, you know what's crazy? I'm like, my team, we have 3 people, me and 2 guys, and we do all the on-site stuff. So all the installation of equipment and all that stuff. I'm like, our help desk team has like 15 people in it, and ticket count is always just a ridiculous amount, and they're always asking us for help, and I'm like, whose fault do you think that is? And they're like, oh, well, they're just opening a lot of tickets. People are opening a lot of tickets. I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, it's the people that are taking a 5-minute job and turning it into a 30-minute job, right? I'm like, I can tell you 3 people that close tickets like within 5 minutes. Like they resolve the issue within 5 minutes. Another person will take that same exact ticket and spend 45 minutes on it. I'm like, whose fault is it?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And it's like,
but you can, and that happens everywhere. Anywhere,
Absolutely.
It happens everywhere because realistically, wherever I call somewhere and I know what the problem is, and I'm like, oh, listen, this is what the problem is. Do you know the solution? He's like, well, I'm like, all right, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna hang up and call back and talk to somebody else. And I talk to the next person, eBay specifically.
yeah.
Bro, 5 minutes. I'm on the phone. I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
here's the problem. Here's what would need to happen. All right, give me 5 minutes. Boom, 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 boom.
Done.
All right, done.
You just
Get
get that
that.
one right person.
Yeah.
Where are you? In India. All right. Well, I mean, I know you're on the other side of the world. So, and sometimes it's good. Sometimes some of these guys are smart as fuck.
Outsourcing those people.
Some
yeah,
of them
yeah,
people are
yeah.
s-
Some people know
smart.
what they're doing.
Yeah. Even if you're on the other side of the world and you don't see what's going on, you know what to do.
Hey,
Some people are just fucking
Let's be honest,
slow,
those
man.
people are sensitive better than people here.
I was just doing a podcast. I drove down to Cincinnati, Ohio, and it was a real estate company. They sell a CRM system to.
What's the
investors.
podcast called?
Beyond. I think it was Beyond Rent. So, by the way, I've done over 60 something podcasts.
Really,
Real
bro?
estate- Yeah, I've done like 60 because
No
we did a
shit.
big
I've seen
podcast.
you on a couple of them.
Yeah, we've done over 60 now, at least. This was
Big
my
shot over here.
not a big shot, but definitely got comfortable doing them. It's been fun. It's all real estate. It's all real estate. That's kind of the main one we go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was the first one in studio, that I went to after all these podcasts.
Where you
finally
had the
went-
first headset.
That's the first headset, yeah, and it was so weird. Now I'm not like today. I'm okay with it. But so, anyways, we go there and I get to their office. I thought it's going to be like they're renting this building or renting a suite. This huge building. It's like a Google building. Yeah, 500 employees.
Yeah.
Just great. And everyone, they're like, we pride ourselves. The owner built the company in like '85, started the company, and he really pride themselves on building the company in America and like having American employees, and everyone's there, and like it was just cool to see a huge company at all these levels, and it's just very built for like camaraderie, and everyone's having fun and like building something. It was really cool to see.
That's kind of our office too. But
yeah, no, that was just my thing.
Yeah,
Because you were talking about outsourcing and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see. Like they have actually a tracker when people call with problems, their landlords or whatever. They have like a time like how quickly they answer calls, how quickly they resolve the issue.
Kind of like a drive-through.
Well, they're a service industry at the end of the day, right? Yeah. So they need to be on their shit, right?
They're software, so they're software, but their IT or not their IT, but like customer service department is like on it,
top notch. Yeah,
top notch.
That's
when
what you need.
And
that's what you should have once you have a good product. You have a good customer service.
But I can guarantee whoever runs that ship is probably like, I may not get paid as much as I can, but I'm gonna provide I'll take that slightly less money to make sure that my company's doing the right thing and they're being efficient.
That's what I saw.
Right.
I looked at that. The building they gave me a tour of the entire building, and I was like, a lot of this stuff can be outsourced. Like a lot of stuff in our company can be outsourced. But if I outsource, I'm not going to get the same level of customer service, the same
care,
the commitment.
Right. Yeah. It's so different. I'll tell you, my wife, we bought like Dyson vacuums. We've been big Dyson people. Always loved Dyson. Everywhere, we have Dyson here, Dyson.
Heard they're having price increases now.
It's not.
Well, no, I'm saying that they just came out with a statement saying that their development is going to go by.
Well, I'm not buying any more Dysons because their customer service used to be. The reason you buy like nice stuff or you buy a little something more expensive is because like if something breaks or something happens, you call them, they take care of you.
Yeah.
And it was always the case. If something broke, we'd call them. They send a part. They send a new vacuum for all they care.
They outsourced, didn't they?
Now they outsourced it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to call. So I called all day. I can't get a hold of anyone. They said, send us a chat. What do you mean he sends you a chat?
Yeah,
we have
that's
like
what I
5
fucking
goddamn
hate
vacuums with you guys.
job.
Are you serious? Like we're so committed to your. I'm a very brand.
To your brand.
I'm a very brand guy.
Yeah.
Like I will be loyal to one brand as long as they take care of me. And as soon as you don't, then I move on to the next brand.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how a lot of people have become. Like certain brands are just their brands. You know what I mean? Like. I can't say related to what I do, like stuff like that, because there's a lot of different things that could be a specific brand, right?
I have a great example. We
Jules
specialize in Dell products, right? So Dell servers, Dell computers, all that stuff, right? And some clients, they want to buy their own stuff, and they're like, oh, we're going to buy Lenovo, we're going to buy HP, we're going to buy this custom build. And we're like, you could do that, whatever you want, but we're charging extra for support on those. Like if something happens with those, we're charging an hourly rate instead of
a regular set rate.
Well, no, we don't have a rate.
Yeah, but in general,
our contract encompasses all work.
Yeah.
So you never pay for extra work unless it's a project or like something like after
Specific,
hours or something like that, right? Other than that, if we have to come on site, there's no charge. If remote help, no charge, right? And we started doing this thing where it's like, well, if you're buying your own computers, we're now charging you an hourly rate because it's like now we have to deal with. We're Dell preferred, so we get. If I open a ticket with Dell, they're messaging me back, or calling me back within 20 minutes.
See, that's huge.
HP, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. HP now makes you wait 15 minutes before you can talk to somebody. So if you call HP,
it gives you enough time to resolve the issue by yourself.
Yeah,
by yourself.
If you call HP, they make you wait 15 minutes, no matter what.
So,
but you know why, right? So people hang up and figure it out themselves.
Correct.
And so it's less work for everybody for their people, and it saves them money in the long run. But it's like that is so bad for your customer loyalty.
Yeah,
that that it's ridiculous.
Well, that's why Apple is Apple. It's not like their phone is better than any other phone out there. They're not. They're probably less. There's probably 100
less
phones,
technology than a
100
Samsung,
phones better than
right?
this. Correct. Why? It's the brand. The brand is good. Like I was telling you guys, we use in the company, everyone gets a laptop, gets a Apple iPhone. Why? because we never have issues. And as long as the brand takes care of us and the brand's, it's good, it doesn't break, and it does what we need, then we'll just keep using it.
The thing, if your iPhone breaks, right, you go to the Apple website, you're like, hey, let's make an appointment on Genius Bar, wherever it's called nowadays. And they're like, you walk in a store, they have schedules, right? And you walk in, your time, somebody's walking up to you and saying, hey, and you'd be like, hey, I'm here for an appointment, blah, blah. All right, let's get taken care of for you. You can't do that with a Samsung. Correct. Right? You can't do that with a OnePlus, right? You can't do that, right? And it's the same thing for like computers. Like I said, we specialize in this. We know the ins and outs of these computers. And if we can't fix it, we'll find somebody and we'll get a replacement to you. We have a 24-hour turnaround if something breaks on your computer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right? If your keyboard goes out and we cannot fix it, you'll have a technician out within 24 hours.
I love the advancements that we've been going through in the last 20. We were just talking about this a couple of days ago with somebody, but how much the world changed in the last 20 years, especially in our generation, where
we really seen. I mean,
we've seen the craziest parts,
the ups and downs.
I've told people that I think we were the last kind of generation that had like that freedom because we were. What grade were we when we got phones? I didn't get a phone until I was a freshman, I think.
Yeah, I was 17 when I got my own. No, I was 18. You had to be 18 and have your own phone.
Yeah,
correct.
So when I got my phone when I was a senior in high school because I was 1 year back from everybody.
I remember my first phone was on your plan because that was when I got my first. I had my first job at 15, and I couldn't get a phone until I could afford it myself.
That's how we were,
right?
Yeah, that's how it was.
Until I could pay for my own phone, I couldn't get a phone, right?
But even then, when I got my first phone was my first phone ever.
Razor?
No, my first one ever was the fucking Nokia brick.
Oh, the Nokia brick.
It was indestructible. Damn, I wish I had kept that phone. It probably still worked. But like my first cool phone was the Razor. Bro, everybody had the Razor.
Everyone had the Razor.
I bought my first phone that was a Razor. When they came out and I was 18, I'm going to get myself fucking a Razor.
Paul had a pink,
no, it was so
Paul
big.
had a pink Razor.
Pink Razor, yeah. I remember they had different colors too.
Then they had the Crazer.
Then they had the Crazer. But before that, though, you didn't have no flip phones.
That's what I'm saying. We ended that up to 18, still having that freedom. No cameras, no social media.
Yeah.
You couldn't instantly post something to the internet and everybody can see it.
What did we do up to 18?
Whatever we wanted. I mean, no one was...
Can you even remember?
Bro, went to McDonald's on lunch break for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in terms of we were outside. We were doing activities. If we played video games, it was rare that we played them because we didn't have very good systems back then. You know what I mean? You had a fucking N64, which was awesome. I love that.
Original computer, dude, back in the day.
Was it RuneScape?
Yeah, RuneScape.
But it's but people were engaging the game now.
But I'm already X amount of years younger than you, right? So by the time I started getting the video games, that was when Paul could afford a computer and I played on his computer.
Well, that's how it was just. It was my brother that then ended up getting I think the first PlayStation that we played on.
I talked to my cousin Vanessa when she was here. I'm like, do you remember that you were the first one in our entire family
to have a PlayStation?
To not only PlayStation, to have a desktop that connected to the internet.
Yep.
If we had to go print papers, we would go to your house to print them because there was nowhere else we could go print them because we didn't have a computer, which is fucking crazy. Now, if you think about now, how many computers you got in your house?
I mean, just tablets.
That's what I'm
my
saying.
kids have tablets.
I mean, dude, I have laptops laying around everywhere because from work. I just have them laying around everywhere,
Getting
right?
back to the point of what we were talking about customer service is I love the advancement. Technically, I do. It's awesome. But I also hate how much it's changed in terms of customer satisfaction and customer support.
Dude,
it went from you could get on a phone with most people during business hours, no problem, to now we don't longer accept phone calls. Now you have to chat, send us a message. Bro, God, I fucking hate that shit.
I literally went
Get me on a phone with somebody for 5 minutes, bro. That's all I need.
I know.
Yeah. Dude, I literally ran into this with Amazon this week, right? I ordered some stuff for my dad. They came in
Amazon's customer service sucks.
Either something
Unless they're calling you when there's a big ass dog outside.
Either something didn't come in, a couple things didn't come in, and they sent the wrong product, right? It was both things, right? And so I'm trying to go on his website, try to find a way to get this fixed, right? And they're like, "Oh, return it." I'm like, "Well, I don't have anything to return because you guys didn't send it, right?" I ordered. It was 20 hinges, right? Door hinges, and they sent 18, and I'm like, and the only option was return. I'm like, I can't return these two because they're not here, right? And so I'm like, all right, there has to be a way to say something hasn't arrived, right? Could not find it. It wasn't there.
Because the return menu on Amazon is pretty specific.
Correct.
Yeah.
Inaccurate
Like
inaccurate website description is.
It just, but it just wasn't there. It just wasn't
Yeah.
there, right? So I'm like, dude, what the hell? So I finally got into a chat with their AI, right? And I'm like,
God damn.
I'm like, this is the
Oh,
order.
man.
I'm like, this is the order. And you know what's crazy? I was on that chat for 30 seconds and I had a result.
That's actually pretty good then.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally put in, I'm like, hey, I ordered 20 of these, only 18 came in.
What do I do?
I obviously can't return it because there's nothing to return. They're like, oh, no problem. How about we refund you the money? You don't have to send anything back. I'm like, that's perfectly fine.
Fucking fine with me.
Perfectly fine. Boom, just like that, right? And I'm like, I get it that AI is really good and, it is advancing faster and faster.
Too fast.
Too fast, dude. I'm telling you, go watch that show, Three Body Problem. Blows your mind.
What is it?
Three Body Problem?
Is it about AI?
No. No.
It's about aliens.
It's about aliens coming to Earth,
Taking over AI.
and what they do is because we as civilization advance so fast that they're like, we're 1,000 years away. By the time we get here, your civilization will be so advanced that we're not even gonna be able to do anything. He's like, so we sent something beforehand to destroy your science.
Oh, wow.
To hold back your science. That
To
makes
hold back
sense,
your science.
'cause- So they're 1,000 years away from us.
They're
Distance-wise.
Yeah, they're technologically they're 1,000 years ahead of us, right?
But we're catching up.
But we went from,
Fucking fire.
we
2,000
went
years ago.
from
I
fire to
Space
steam
station.
engines in 1,000 years, right? Let's say, and then
Yeah.
from steam engines to this in 200 years, and we went from the internet to AI in 20 years,
Bro, this is what I was
right?
talking about earlier. So when we were our age, we had to have a cell phone. Now you don't even have to have a cell phone in your hand anymore. Now you have a earpiece
Or
that you-
smart glasses.
or smart glasses, which is even fucking
I
crazy.
haven't used those yet.
I haven't either.
My
I'm
my,
getting
my
a-
coworker has one. We had a included in our
It's too
employee
sketchy for me.
handbook that you can't
That's
like wear them.
too sketch for me already. I feel like I'm gonna be Dragon Ball Z with those fucking scanners at the end of the day.
Literally, we can work. I would say as long as I have my phone, laptop is 50-50. But as long as I have my phone,
You could basically do
We
everything.
could do anything anywhere.
See,
We can work anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I mean,
I still need my laptop, but because I have to plug in.
see. I don't. If I wanted to sell something, I could take a picture of my phone and put it on eBay.
Yeah.
I
You're
could
done.
do that, but I don't do that because that's not the way we do things. But I literally can do everything, like every message that I get or whatever.
Yeah, it could be
or if
answered
I
on
have
your
a
phone.
return or whatever. Yeah, I can do it all on my
I mean,
phone. dude. It's
all our
crazy.
the contracts we sent out are everything's electronic. How we deposit checks, it's electronics through
Yeah.
a company. I mean, we literally take a picture.
Scan the
Client
pic-
takes a picture, then it deposits the money to each person's account. It's wild.
How do you deposit checks? You don't go to a bank.
I
You
used
just-
to go to the bank all the time. Now I don't
What do you
do it
do now?
anymore.
I
Now
know.
I just
Now you just take a picture
Yeah,
and it
It's
deposits right away.
convenience.
It's super convenient.
correct. So again, right? We could get in that. We could probably go down a rabbit hole. A lot of the stuff is amazing, and then you're like, well, some of the stuff is too advanced, or it's people take advantage. I think of AI.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
it's a tool.
it's a
It's
tool.
tool to
It shouldn't be
help.
running your
Correct.
life.
Correct.
You know what I mean, like it shouldn't be writing papers for you, right? You should be.
Well, so for emails, for example, like I use it as a tool, and I've told everyone we got we actually pay for the
The
ChatGPT
program, yeah.
for the
So do
program,
we,
and
so do
everyone
we, yeah.
and everyone has access to it. And I encourage everyone in the office use ChatGPT now. Don't use it to do the work for you, but because I can check what they inputted. But if you're going to write an email, put it into ChatGPT. Make sure the grammar's correct. Make
Yeah.
sure that what you're saying is actually backed up. Like use it as a tool, but don't let it write because
Yeah.
you could tell if someone used it.
100%, bro.
You can.
Yeah.
When someone writes a ChatGPT email, dude,
Yeah, you could tell.
You can read it and you'd be like, "This is
I know.
ChatGPT."
You know you can hide it, by
100%.
the way. So you're
Hide what?
like your previous prompts.
Don't tell that. My employees are not going to watch
You
this.
want to see it? I'm not going to put it on the screen.
How
but
many
you wanna
employees
see
you got?
In the office,
Click this button, by the way. Right here. Boom.
5.
Turn on temporary
5 in the
chat.
office, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 W9s.
Okay, so you got about 10 guys working
Yeah.
for you all.
Oh,
the
okay,
time.
okay. I thought-
Fluctuate about that.
For some reason, I thought you had like 40 people working.
No,
for you.
no, no.
would make sense for-
We are actually we can do a lot with a small company, like
Yeah.
with the amount of people we have.
It's
Now,
efficiency right
the
there.
goal is to keep growing and keep bringing in people and grow the
Yeah.
company.
How would you rate your scalability?
Rate our scale, but like what we've done, how we've scaled, or
Like, let's say you were to double right now. How would your scalability look? Like, would you guys struggle to find more people? And and keep up with the work?
No, we would if we got double the amount of work right now, we'd be
Yeah.
able to handle it because I know the exact people to fit in, and the people we have on staff right now, like the team we have now. If we bring in more people underneath them to train them, like we have good systems to
Yep.
train them really quick and get stuff done.
Right.
So if you're bringing the right people, it should,
But that's
it should
because
be,
we've trained the right people, we've brought in the right
Yeah.
people, we got the
That's-
right.
and that's hard
There's a
sometimes.
book. There's a I forgot what from good to great, and it talks about getting the wrong people off the bus, getting the right people on the bus.
That's like our
It's-
management style right now. I don't know if you ever heard of EOS.
No.
EOS is a management system essentially, and it's their term is right people in the right seat.
100%.
Right,
Same thing.
The same thing, right?
Correct.
Where it's like if let's say, does he want it, get it, and does he understand it? Right. Those are the only three things you're supposed to look at. Does he want it? Does he come into work wanting to do the job? Right. Then there's get it. Does he understand the job? And then what's the thing? Third thing I said. I said
EOS. So
does he
then-
get it? Does he actually understand the job? So maybe somebody wants the job and gets it, but they just don't understand it.
Do you hire people?
Right?
Is that part of your? Do you interview and hire people?
So if it was for my team, yes, but I haven't hired anybody in 2 years because I haven't had to.
How about you? When's the last time you hired someone?
hold on. September.
September. Okay, so
October, something like that.
okay, so did you put out an ad in Indeed or did you?
No.
Okay.
We,
So-
we try to pick people off the street, like bums.
Got it. I mean, listen, whatever strategy works for you. Listen,
No.
It's working.
If it's Craigslist.
We get a lot of guys who come buy parts from us, and they come like, "Hey, are you guys hiring by
Okay.
chance?" So they reach out like that, and I'm like, and then leave me your number. Maybe we'll reach out to
You
you one
keep,
day.
you keep them in the back of the. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So we have people on a back burner. Sometimes we do make a post on Facebook, like we're looking for somebody, and that's when those people come back and like, "Hey, I asked for a job previously. Is it still open? Yada yada." So we do a little bit of obviously we ask. We're not really looking for anybody. What you got?
Edita just sent me a video, and it's VQ Ralph's TikTok, and I'm curious on what it is.
Oh,
Finish your story. I'm gonna watch.
but
this.
anyway, I don't really look for anybody specific in terms of like.
And the reason I asked that question wasn't specific. If you do look for someone, what do you look? Because I know now, after all these years, when I get a resume, what I'm looking at.
I look at a resume, but the resume doesn't really tell me much. Only because of the fact that I need them people working usually with their hands.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So
So wouldn't you be looking then for?
I'm looking for somebody who who's sitting at a desk all day,
Correct.
something like that. That's for sure. But I'm looking for somebody who actually. The only way I'll know is if I actually have the person in front of me and see how they catch on to things that I tell them. Because
Yeah.
that's the only way they're going to learn, right? I have to show them by example what it is and how to do it. And if I can see that somebody comes in and they're like, I'm like, all right, listen, here's what it is. We take pictures here. We tag the parts here. Here's the whole process of how we do things. I have to give them a run and see how they do.
Yeah.
If they catch on right off the bat, it'll work out. Sometimes they catch on, and sometimes they get lazy, and then it just fucking falls off. So it really depends on. It's
It's hard to judge anybody
It's
just
hard
from an
to
interview.
judge.
Correct. But so the reason I asked is
yeah, because you guys are gonna have a different.
because we're hiring, we're trying to again get the right people on the bus, get the wrong people
What
off.
are you guys
Right.
hiring for?
We just hired someone, a full-time receptionist, kind of an assistant to the office. And when I'm looking at resumes, the most important thing, honestly, out of everything I'm looking at is work history, not where they work or maybe
How long
where
they worked
How
somewhere.
long got they worked? Because I'm getting if you go through 20 resumes, it's like 1 year here, 1 year here. For the last 10 years, they had a different job every
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
So that
yeah.
tells me there's
Yeah.
no commitment.
Yeah.
So that's
Right,
the
right.
first thing, right? I'm looking
Yeah.
always.
Yep.
Have they worked somewhere? So and then where have they worked? If they worked somewhere 5 years, what kind of job was it? Was it a job that like is grimy that not everyone can do it?
Yeah.
Because that tells me that person, like, if they did like 5 years at that company, they'll hustle. Like
They're committed to that.
They're committed.
hustle, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's like few things. Like we stop looking at degrees and education and some other stuff. It's like the commitment. Do you have
guys,
commitment?
That's what you guys are looking for, because you guys are looking for something specific. See, I promote from within. If you work in my place, you start at the
them off
bottom.
the bottom.
Same
All
thing.
at the bottom, right?
Same thing. Same
I
thing.
mean,
does,
same
right?
here.
Like where we like the first thing that you do is first you learn out the first thing you do when you get hired is you go with the guy who takes pictures of the parts.
Yeah.
Or not even that. Before that, you go to the guy who strips the car and like, I'm gonna strip the car, I'm gonna put the parts here, I'm gonna tag the parts this specific way, and then these parts are gonna get transferred to the other shop, and the guy in that shop is gonna picture those parts, he's gonna upload them to the computer, and then he's gonna put those parts away. sometimes there's a lot of jobs that are to one person, so I have to split it up sometimes, because sometimes it just gets confusing. But and certain people will catch it and they'll do exactly that,
Yep.
but not always commit to it fully, and they'll do it right the first month, the second month, and after the third month they're like, I'm gonna throw a piece here and a piece there and a piece there, and I find shit all over the place, and that's when I'm like, all right, you're out, bro, because you just did. And I gave you
Have you had an issue? Is that a
I've
fault?
had that same issue
Because you're a
lot.
business owner. Have you ever had that where you knew you should have let them go, like after
But
a
you're
month,
not allowed to 'em?
but you hang on to because like,
Yep.
maybe they'll change, maybe
Oh,
and you
yeah,
just keep
bro.
pushing.
I give
and then the
everybody
year
a
goes
chance.
out and you're like, son of a bitch, I should have let this person go a month
Dude,
later, the first month.
that's
100%.
I've had that mistake.
I've done that multiple times, only because I'm not a bad person.
Correct. I know.
I'm a good-hearted person.
You want to give them the benefit of the doubt,
Yes.
or
But if you really fuck up, like if you're gonna steal or something like that, you're gonna be gone. Which I
Correct.
never had that problem before, so that's not really a problem for me.
Yeah.
The more of the problem is that the commitment isn't there. Even if I give you more money and I don't see an
And you
improvement,
still don't keep moving.
then then you just don't give a fuck, right? At that point, I'm just like, listen, you're here while I still need you, and then when I don't need you no more, and I know already it's already too late to turn this around.
that's
But-
that's the want it for us, right?
That's
is
the want it, for
right?
sure.
Correct.
You may get it, doesn't mean you want it, right?
Because if you did that job right, and then things moved along properly, and there was a lot less mistakes, let's say, or whatever, or business improved or whatever, I have a better job for you. That would maybe pay
Yeah.
you more money, right?
Same
But
thing.
you just got to get there. You gotta do your due time in that specific area, so
Yeah.
you understand it from A to Z, so that when you're promoted to the next spot,
you know
and
exactly
you're
how it
dealing
works.
with something down there, you know how it works.
Do you
Yeah.
do contracts with employees?
No,
No.
we don't
contract.
do either. We're at will.
I started doing contracts with employees every year. So at the end of the year,
What a contract doesn't
I mean,
like.
it's a contract. It's more of do a review. I'll look through what they made kind of the year. Then I'll actually give them a contract for the new year and saying, hey, here's your raise. Here's the extra days off. Like, here's this new year and what you're going to be, and actually sign it. Because I never want someone to come and say, well, you told me I have this many days left, or you told me I would be
Coming
getting
back
this
at
bonus.
you, yeah.
I never, because I've had that happen.
Yeah,
and
same.
obviously you're writing out the check. So no matter what you do, you're always going to be the bad
Yeah.
guy.
Right.
So to protect myself and more of like my integrity is like, oh, you said this, he said this.
Oh, if you're talking about that, I've written contracts.
Like I just
I've
told
written
each
contracts.
employee, I write a contract at the beginning of the year. This is the new contract for this year,
Yeah.
how much you're making, everything. So there's no ever come back at me.
That's yeah. We did. I had to do that this year, where I signed that this year, right? Where they're like, hey, this is what you're going to pay this year. They're like, if we hit this for us 10% growth, this is your bonus,
Oh, that's awesome.
right? Like, but they obviously and they put it in there like there's other opportunities where you can make more money. Right?
Is it you guys are a small business? You consider it a small business?
Under 30 employees.
On the third. Okay, so small. It's a privately owned.
We're under an umbrella company.
Okay.
So we were privately owned when I first started, and then they sold to an umbrella company essentially.
Okay.
So we still like our day to day is still up to us. They just collect the check at the end of the month. They
own it, right?
They have recommendations of what they want. So they expect a 10% growth year over year and everything like that. So those are quotas to meet. And when you don't meet them, that's when they start to kind of put you under a microscope. But other than that, it's kind of free reign, which is fine by me. I've
Hey.
never had a problem with it. Right?
You're supposed to look up the Bitcoin price, bro. I gotta find out if I got liquid or not.
We have like 4 topics to talk about, and we're like 2 hours in already.
Yeah, we're
Ooh,
probably.
what
gonna-
topics
we're-
you got? You
we're-
got anything juicy in there? What do you got?
Well, we were talking about. I was actually gonna bring it around at the time. You guys were saying how technology has changed so much, and like now there's like you can instantly upload a video from wherever you see. And I was gonna ask, have you guys been to any picnics this weekend?
No, I don't. I don't remember last time I was at a picnic. By the way,
There's some.
Once I moved to Indiana.
Yeah.
The picnic just went like.
It's
like,
not that far.
oh my
It's not
God.
that far.
I know. We just don't.
I have a buddy that lives in Crown Point. He still comes into town like all the time.
He's in town all the time. He's just
Yeah.
I
at
have
the
a ton. I
picnic.
just
Yeah,
don't.
we
I'm
just
not a
don't know
big-
about it.
I'm not a big fan of sitting outside in 95-degree weather.
Yeah. Well, there was some. There
You
was
can drink beer at that time.
I know.
Yeah,
You're
well,
right.
let me just tell you, there was some shit that happened this weekend. All right, specifically at one picnic.
Do tell.
Well, all right. For one, some kid stabbed another kid multiple times in the back during a picnic because they got into a heated argument. So he went back to his car, got a knife, came back, and stabbed the wrong person.
Wild. And that's something when we talked about earlier is if you're like just if you're driving, someone's driving behind you, and maybe you cut them off, and they start honking, and you get to a red light. You ever think that guy could just get out of the car and just take out a gun? I mean,
I've literally seen a video of that happen.
I have that, and so sometimes it sits in the back of my head. I'm like, that person raging behind me, you don't know what they're capable of.
Do you have a gun in your car?
I don't drive with it. I do have a gun. I just don't
You
drive
have
with it.
concealed carry?
No, because in Indiana we can conceal.
You don't need one.
Yeah,
That's right, fuckers.
yeah. There's a lot of benefits to
See,
living in
I
Indiana.
carry a gun everywhere I go.
Do you really?
Yeah. Like, I have...
Yeah, sometimes you forget it in the truck when I take it.
Well, I mean, listen, that's not my...
Yeah.
That's not my problem. That's your problem.
Well, you got to go wireless. This is cables. It's everywhere.
Keeps you grounded.
I keep a gun. I have a gun in my car door, specifically for reasons like that.
Yeah.
Like if I see somebody getting out of the car and they're
That's
coming towards my
smart.
car, bro, my
I
gun
think-
is right here.
So where do you keep it? Do you have like a special?
Like a holder?
Yeah, because they
No,
sell
you
all
could
those.
have them. Yeah, you could have. I don't have one. I
Like the
have
quick releases
I have it-
or whatever.
You're
I
just a
have-
cup holder guy, huh? Just
He has it in his holster.
I have it in my holster, and it's sitting in my door most times, or my center console. It depends on how close I'm gonna need it. Got a couple of magazines inside the fucking storage, just in case I'm gonna go
best-
unload a couple clips.
Yeah, like
Isn't
isn't
like
that, isn't
like
that
when
Bill Burr have that joke that if someone breaks into his house, by the time he gets the gun and gets it all thing,
Does
like
it get
as a-
shot like 50 times?
yeah, like everything. Like my gun's in the
Unless
safe.
you have a
If someone breaks in our house, by the
Unless
time I
you
get
have,
to,
unless you have multiple guns in different areas, all right?
If you're
Listen,
hiding,
if you break into my house, the first thing you get shot is a 40. After that, you're getting the AR. If I get to it,
please don't break into my house.
like break into my house.
No, he said if
I
you break
dare
into
you.
his house.
No, I
not-
know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like my gun's in the safe. By the time I
Yeah.
get to it,
And if you really want to fuck around, just come to the garage, and then we're just gonna go all hands out with whatever we got.
Be World War.
Yeah, shotguns, and handguns,
Well, I
and
remember-
fucking throwing knives, whatever.
I remember watching this episode where it was like a TikTok or some shit. And it was this guy and he was raging and he comes out and he gets into like the window of the guy and he pulls out a gun. And by the time he pulls out the gun, the other guy pulls out his gun out of the car and just shoots him through the window.
I mean,
Fair.
fair.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what but he
Who-
didn't. But he didn't shoot at you. Is it your fault?
You don't approach somebody with a gun to their window. Like you're already, your
And then
life is
expect
already
to
in
get
threat.
not to get shot.
Your
It's
life's
just
already
wild.
in danger, right?
Just going back to the stabbing, right? We went all to picnics. We went to parties. Like,
Yeah.
you never thought like, okay, there's fights. There was always fights. No,
Oh, yeah,
there
yeah,
was
hand fights.
normal hand
Fist
fights.
fights, yeah, absolutely.
But to go to a picnic and know someone got stabbed, like how wild is that?
Yeah.
Like take your kids to a picnic, and I told you the story about our subdivision before we moved in. Someone drove in from like 30 minutes away, drove into our subdivision. All the goddamn subdivisions. They drove into ours and shot at like a couple of the houses. They didn't kill anyone. Nothing happened. They just some guy was mentally ill and shot
Kept the property value though.
yeah, right. And then, and I'm like, what if we lived there already? And my kids, they're always outside. They're running around.
Yeah,
They get
yep,
shot.
yep.
Like, wow.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, from one perspective, I never want to use my gun. Ever.
Right,
I
absolutely.
don't want to use my gun for any fucking reason, right? If you want to piss me off, I'll show you my gun that I have it so that you know. You know what I mean? Like a bunch. You ever see those TikToks when somebody's driving by and they're like, "Fuck you" and this and this. And they're
Yeah,
having road
somebody
rage.
pulls out a
and the
gun.
guy just fucking pulls out his gun and just shows him the guy.
Everybody dips. Yeah.
You know? Cool. Never want to use my gun for any particular reason, but I have guns because I ain't too worried about me. I'm not too worried about my wife. We can handle each other. But if somebody pulls up to my driveway and my kids are playing in the driveway, bro, I'm grabbing my gun, I'm going outside and I'm saying, what do you, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And before I even get there, my dog will already be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I have like layers of you could say protection in a way, but
Security.
I got cameras, I got dogs, I got guns. I'm gonna get like a really angry.
As much as you
I'm gonna
can.
get like a really angry person screaming off the deck one day. Maybe.
Do you think in media has a lot to play with it? Because all this
Fuck
stuff.
yeah, it does.
Because all this stuff.
Because I know what you're gonna ask.
Because all this stuff, I feel like it happened while we were growing up, but we never heard about it. So everything was always
Yeah.
fine.
Did
right?
it?
But did it happen?
It did. I just don't think we ever watched the news, or we never there was news,
No.
but it wasn't in your face like it is now. Where we were so busy fucking being just growing up and having fun that we
We were
never
being kids.
we were being kids.
They
so,
also back in the day they didn't. Now they're just making these stories for the viewership.
Correct. Now it's what is it, clickbait, right? Just a
Clickbait. It's
clickbait.
clickbait. Is
because
what
I've-
it is now.
I've had this conversation multiple times with multiple people. Like, was it always the same? Like the world was just the same throughout the time when we were kids,
Yeah.
and the media
I
blew in
actually,
that
I actually
proportion?
do believe it was.
Or was it a different time?
Well, here's my thing. I think
I don't remember like back in the day, dude. But like back in the day when we were kids, and obviously this has a part.
were
a
your
reason-
parents were your parents watching WG and Fox, or were they watching Polish news?
They didn't really watch any news.
They didn't watch
to be
any
honest.
news. And you didn't have a phone. So
Yeah.
how would you have known what was going on
Yeah.
anywhere around?
I mean, you would see maybe like a missing post or something like that, but rarely.
Rarely.
That's different.
Rarely.
Yeah. But
now
maybe-
you see them a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think here's what it is. I think as times have gone on, right? Back in the day, news channels they didn't have to post about this stuff because people were watching regardless. Because how else are you gonna get your information? You couldn't get it from the internet. Sure, you get it from newspaper, which they partially own at one point, right? So it didn't really matter to them. And now all these other avenues of news have come in. So now they need something to keep you
That's-
watching, right?
it's funny
So
that you
now
say that.
so now they're gonna put those stories that are gonna get people watching. And it's never gonna be a good story. It's always gonna be a bad story because people watch what they're scared of, right? Why do people watch horror movies? They don't want it to happen to them. It gets them excited and it emits some kind of emotion from them, right? And I think that's what news outlets are now.
It's fear
Well, it's
porn.
no
It's
more
fear
news.
porn as well.
Somewhere where I read where as soon as the news went to the 24-hour cycle,
Yeah.
it stopped being news and it became entertainment
Right.
media, right?
Propaganda.
It's not news no more.
Yeah.
It's not because
100%.
now they have to fill 24 hours with
bullshit.
With bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, how
100%.
much news in the 24 hours, right?
I mean, I know the world moves pretty quickly, and you can have news for 24 hours because if you had somebody in every part of the world, you'd have news every couple minutes.
which they do have
Okay, but
people all over the
I
place.
don't really give a shit
Yeah.
about most of the world. I
Yeah.
more currently care about the area I live in, maybe even the country I live in. I'm not really caring too much about what's happening on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm the same way.
You know,
Yeah.
I do, but I don't. I mean, there's certain things there's nothing I can do about what's happening on the other side of the planet. Unfortunately, I cannot. My money, I don't have that kind of money to even have a dent and put in a dent in how to resolve
Yeah.
the situation,
Right,
if
right.
it's money related, whatever, or
most people don't.
cultural related, whatever the hell it is, right?
But most people don't have
Yeah.
like right. So
you have to filter what you
The best news to watch is no news.
yeah.
Like I don't have anything on my phone. Rarely, once in a while, I'll go on Reddit, but I don't watch news. I don't pay attention. I really could care
Same.
less.
Oh, I pay
Like,
attention.
honestly. And I was telling Mia about this. We actually just talked about this. He said he stopped watching for the last 3-4 weeks. He stopped watching all news. Cut
CNN.
off. He said he's never been so happy.
He's probably Republican. huh?
He's so happy. Well, I don't know what he is or what he's. I really could care less. But we talked about it because again, he had a different view. I had a different view. And we always talked about it. But the fact
Same
that I
here.
always talk to him about. Like I don't watch the news, so when we started the topic, I'm like, well, I only know so much. I really haven't watched any news. I really don't give a
Yeah.
f, honestly.
But
he very got
Overwhelmed with news?
indulgent. And again, once you go on Facebook or YouTube and you click one Republican thing or one Democratic
it'll
thing,
keep feeding
that's
you.
what you're
all they're
seeing.
gonna
Yeah.
goddamn feed you.
It's information overflow.
And then it's all in your head, and then people are so overwhelmed. It's like they
But
can't live their life.
The problem is there's two things about that. I agree with that, but also at the same time, you have to know yourself and know how to filter.
It's true.
You have to know how to filter.
Well, that's
because
called
they
having
will
common
give
sense
you-
and having
yeah.
like your own.
They will
That's
give
hard to
you
come by nowadays, yeah.
everything. They will give you everything to flood your brain with a bunch of shit.
Like I said, it's information overflow.
Yes.
That's
and
exactly
you
what
really
it
have
is.
to be. You have to be somewhat smart to understand that you have to filter
Or
all
competent.
of it.
You have to be somewhat competent, right?
Well, you have to be open minded.
yeah, true.
Like you really have to be like, I read about shit every day. I go on
Yeah.
Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking love X, bro. All right. I love being on there because I read so much random ass shit and so much of it's just bullshit,
Yeah.
but I can spot it. Sometimes I'll question some things and I'm like, I wonder how real this or how true
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is. And
yeah.
I'll do a deeper dive on it. But rarely ever do I.
But doesn't
Only-
it consume so much time of your
Hey,
and
that's
energy?
what I'm saying, bro. I can't
does.
do
The
that.
energy and the time.
energy maybe
half the
not so much.
But I feel like the energy that it takes out of you to even think about it, and then
easier
it takes
just to
away
not
from.
know.
Yeah.
It's easier.
yeah,
and
but
it's
I want to
simpler.
know. I want to know certain things.
Well,
like I want to know, like
that's you, right? That's
that's
your
me
preference,
personally,
right?
right?
That's
Like,
your preference.
I want to know stuff like that because I'm interested in it. It's interesting
Yeah.
to me. The politics are interesting to me, right? It's an interesting thing to. It's not interesting to most people, but it's interesting to me only because I want to know what it is, how it works in the back. Like,
Yeah.
How can if I want it to make a difference?
Well, that's
how
a
can
different
I
thing.
do
You
it?
actually want to know how politics works. If you talked about running or getting into politics, so you want to get into that's knowledge. You're trying to learn how to
Yes,
better
I'm
yourself
trying
out.
to get the
Correct.
scopes
And
from
how to
every angle.
navigate
Yeah,
and
how
all
to
that
navigate.
stuff.
You're not
Right.
going down.
Those
Hey,
those-
let's find out which every conspiracy theory and let's dive into why the Earth is
exactly.
flat.
No. See, I don't have time for that. That takes a shit ton of time. Bro, once in a while I'll go. Listen, I'll go once in a while. All right,
You'll go down the rabbit hole.
once in a while, but not often enough.
My rabbit hole is Marketplace, and that's it.
See, that's probably the place I try to stay away the fuck from, but I still get there anyway. So I end up there no matter how I try to stay away. It
doesn't matter how many news articles are out there. You're still gonna get back to Marketplace
100%.
one way or another.
But you know, you just gotta filter it. There's everything. Information overload is a real thing. It's coming from every angle. It's coming from all the social media.
So much.
It's coming from the people you talk to. It's coming from the things you read. It comes from over.
And if you don't read the same article your buddy did, then it's a whole different. You guys have it's a whole.
Well, if your buddy has a little bit of a different view on certain things, and you have a different view,
he's gonna read it a different way than you will.
He's gonna understand you differently. He's gonna understand you from his point of view.
Article he reads,
and then it's hard to get to that point of here's the actual point. You're approaching from this side. I'm approaching from this side. It's the same point. It's just from different angles.
Yeah.
So Robert Kiyosaki, in one of his books I read,
They keep saying we're gonna crash everything, but I don't fucking see it. Kiyosaki, bro.
But that's not why I could care less about all those. People, it's funny because people say it's gonna crash for the last 20 years, and once it crashes, I'm like, I told you so. It's honestly those. But anyways, in this one of his book, he goes, intelligent people stand. They look at the coin has three sides. They stand on the edge, and they look at tails and heads.
Yeah,
they're able to look at both sides, right?
Yeah.
And if you can look at both sides and say, you might be right. Like, again, now, like Trump in office, right? And again, I know from talking to people, and when I say I don't watch or read the news, here and there, of course, there's news on, or I'm looking into it, no problem. But I could look at, okay, great, he's doing this. This I don't agree with. You know, like, you have to stand there. You just can't be everything he's doing is great, or everything that Biden did was great, and everything he didn't do was bad. Like, there's bad and good in everything.
You can't be 100% for one.
No.
Like let's say one
you have
candidate.
to be able to stand on the side and kind of look at all angles.
Stand on your own too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
right? Have your own.
But people don't
thoughts on things
because the media is
brainwashing.
Brainwashed you.
COVID was a great example of how scary the economy can get. Like the world, right? Like, I mean, if the COVID could do that to like not just America, it was the world. Can you imagine if something actually like really happened? Like that was like COVID.
Yeah, that was like a test run.
Oh, test
yeah,
run.
right.
Yeah, like imagine if there was an actual like
son of a bitch,
the bubonic plague
wild.
from like the Europe, like where if it got you, killed you.
Yep.
Imagine that. But I don't know. See, this COVID thing, right? I don't know if it was a lesson for us, or like maybe like, or was it really like a test of what could possibly happen, or how? Do you think people would, if something like this came out again, do you think people would believe it as much as they believe
I think people
before?
would be much more skeptical.
100%.
I would hope so.
You would hope so.
I would
hope so, right?
Because the way
would be the
people
lesson
lined up
learned.
in lines and how they followed whatever like
Wrapping people, like doing hugs through plastic bags.
oh, get out of here. We can sit in a restaurant
still
with masks, but we can't go to church together. Like just this doesn't like nothing made sense.
100%.
I still saw somebody today. I was pulling into work and I seen somebody at the stoplight
With the mask in the car?
by themselves. But
I don't even want to say what I do when I'm at the stoplight. I see those people.
gosh.
dude, it's like okay, I get it if you're an Uber driver, but there's literally nobody in the car.
Right, like so some instances you're
Yeah.
walking through an airport. Listen, you want to wear a mask? Wear a mask. Who cares?
It's up
you're
to you.
in the car by yourself. Like, give me the reason why. Like, why? What's your reasoning?
There's
behind
probably
it?
more germs
And
in that
maybe-
mask
and
than there is outside.
Listen, and maybe that person has a great reason, and I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a reason. Maybe
Yeah.
like there's something in the car that I don't know about.
Yeah,
But as far as I know,
Anthrax.
you look ridiculous wearing a mask, in the car.
But I mean, that's, but,
or gloves on and
but
a mask.
some people have not moved on past that.
Yeah.
No.
That's the scary part, is that some people are like,
Listen, germs are okay.
I'm on
It's
my
good to
14th
be.
shot. Bro, dude.
How many is there now? I don't even know.
Who the fuck knows?
dude.
I
Don't know,
100%.
didn't get a
Remember
single
when we were
one.
kids?
Dude, let's not go down this.
We're
road.
out. We're outside. We busted our shit. We busted our knees. We got dirty all the time. We
Build
were
your
probably
immune system.
pretty fucking healthy at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
build your immune
And that's
system.
what I'm doing with
Build
my kids right now. I'm like, that's like I'm taking my kids and throwing them in the mud or whatever. But go run out in the grass. Go play with the chickens. Go play this. Get dirty.
stung by a bee,
Get stung by a bee.
whatever.
Go cut your knees up if you fall, because that's what happens, right? You learn, and then you build a little bit of a tolerance, maybe a little bit of immunity, whatever, right? You're out in the real world, right? You're not locked
like
up
you don't-
inside the house all day, every day. You know what I mean?
It's like you don't need a tetanus shot anymore.
You do or you don't?
You don't.
I don't. Why not?
The amount of times you busted your hand on an engine or something.
Oh, bro, shit, bro. I got scars from
Well,
when
That's
the
what I'm
reason
saying.
the reason we got when we got our lake house was my thought behind it was I want the kids growing up to have some kind of freedom to run around, climb shit,
Yeah,
ride
100%.
quads, like be kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
As much as
This is why
I
have
can
this.
give them, as much
This
as
is
we
why I
can
have this,
correct.
right?
Yeah, this is great. Like this is kids' paradise.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
As much as you can give them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's
to
kinda
grow up
why-
a little bit of normal, have that like outdoors and be a kid.
Yep.
and also experiences that other kids don't get to experience. Like I grew
Correct.
up on a farm, so did you, obviously. I want my kids to kind of get an idea of what that's like, even though this is not a farm like I was born.
And you're not
on.
gonna make them become a farmer.
And I'm not gonna make them farmers because
Yeah.
they're not in that
Would
day and
be
age.
pretty cool though. They became farmers.
It'd be badass. I tell you, bro. Especially if they're fucking know how to ride big ass tractors and shit, bro. Yeah, badass farmers. But regardless, I want them to experience and understand what that is, what that takes. Sometimes how much work you have to put into it to actually know what it means to do that kind of stuff, right? So I do it for them, I do it for myself, but it's an experience that I lived through, and I want them to live through it as well, right? So
100%.
I think it's a good idea.
How old were you when you came?
I was 8.
Yeah, that's the same age I was.
Bro, I was driving tractors in Poland.
Same here. Don't
Dude,
you have,
bro, that's crazy.
To this
I'm
day, I
talking
say I had the
full
best.
size.
Yeah, the full size.
Yeah, dude. I was
330?
I had the better one.
Is that the-
The big one.
Oh, yeah,
the big one. Yeah, the big one. Yeah.
We couldn't afford it.
330
We
was
were
the
on a
yellow
budget.
one.
The 330 was the yellow one. I still want one.
The red one was the Massey Ferguson.
Yeah.
I think it was 660. I want to say 60. I don't remember exactly the numbers on it.
Wasn't that the best childhood? Like I look
Fuck
back,
yeah.
my
I almost
age,
died, but yeah.
age 1 through 8 before we came. I mean, we just were kids running around doing whatever we wanted, whenever you wanted. Just grow up on the farm, go do stuff. Like it was amazing.
But we still went to school.
Yeah.
Correct.
And still
You
got
go
an
to school.
education.
100%.
Right?
I s-
But we just lived a whole different experience of the world. Like a completely different experience
Yes.
than most people live.
I still remember the time Dad told me the story. You were riding with him on a tractor. You fell off, and he stopped the tractor, and it was
No.
like,
He didn't stop the tractor.
oh
I was sitting on a fender of the tractor, and we hit a bump.
Because the fenders always had the seats for the
yeah,
kids.
no,
We didn't have
Well,
those seats.
Oh, you didn't have
and
the
we didn't
seats?
have a cabin
it
either.
was free hanging.
So we were just kind of free hanging on the side of the fender, bro. And my dad was driving, and he hit a big ass pothole or a hole or whatever. And I fell off the fender, and I was falling under the wheel. And he grabbed me by my shirt
And just hold you up.
and held me
Right,
up in
right
front of
before
the
he
wheel.
right before he fell under
That's
the
childhood
wheel.
right there. So we would. You remember how you have hay and you have the machine that would collect all the hay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had
Baler.
and you had all the piles of hay.
Yeah,
like a
the-
line.
the rows.
The rows. So my uncle would set the gear into 1 or 2, whatever, and then he'd get out and he'd let us sit. Like I would sit or my cousin Mike would
Yeah.
sit, and we'd drive. We'd drive to the end, and he'd
Yeah.
get in, turn around,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
You're holding. I mean, at like age 7, 8. It was fuck. Which kid has that?
Yeah,
that's
no,
the coolest
I
thing
mean,
ever.
I mean, it was probably very unfucking safe from one perspective, right? Yeah, who cares, right? But I mean, the accidents happened before, right? But that was a different kind of like. There's the picture. That's where I come from. That's where we come from. It's something like that, right there. We can't see the picture, but it's there.
They can see this picture.
Yeah, this is our old people. This is this is folklore right here. This is
I was
where-
telling you, I like the picture. It
this
looks
is
cool.
folklore. This is something that happened for the
That's where we
last
came from.
300-400 years, more than that, 400 or
A
500
gift,
years.
or where'd you get this picture from?
Honestly, I don't know, but it's a nice picture.
Half the stuff here is like we just kind of Paul just
Just-
kind of found.
I just
wherever.
fucking. You should look behind here. I'll show you later.
Yeah. Oh, I already know what he's gonna show you. I
Oh,
already
yeah.
know.
Let's see what Marcin's next topic is. He said he got 4, so we're one
Oh,
down.
I was just gonna bring it back to the picnic, right? So the stabbing
Blackface.
the stabbing is one thing, yeah. So they did a skit, right? One of a cabaret, right, is what they're called. And for people that don't know, that's basically who does it's like a Polish SNL,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a Polish SNL, right? Where you do sketches and stuff like
Karaoke
that.
slash.
What is
skit.
that? What is that? It's not stand up. That's called.
There is a word for it.
There's a word. We used to go to the shows downtown. You know,
Oh, improv.
Improv.
Right.
Basically improv.
It's kind of like
Yeah,
improv
yeah,
comedy,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where you just kind of poke fun at
Yeah.
things, stuff like that. Well, so this group that did the picnic, this is crazy to me. They decided to do a sketch where it's a blackface.
They
And
were doing
decide-
the sister act
yeah,
sketch is what they're doing,
right.
but they were doing the Polish
they
version.
were
of it or
they
whatever.
were in like a chap. No, they were singing in English,
Yeah.
like right, and they were like as if it was like almost like a black mass, right, where it was like a
Polish black man.
Yeah.
Except everybody was white.
Well, they were white, but there was a couple people that were blackface, right? And some people put on on Facebook, whatever, and it got a crazy amount of views, a very short time, and people were
Heated.
right away heated and talking shit, blah blah blah. Some people got caught in the crossfire, and mind you, this is what everybody's still talking about. This is what Wednesday. Everybody's still talking about this right now, but nobody's talking about the kid that got stabbed at the same picnic, by the way.
You see, this is how far I am removed from social media and everything.
Yeah.
That blackface, that term
Well-
reminds. I thought of the
Tropic
movie
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
And then
Robert Downey
I'm a
Jr.,
dude
right?
playing a
and
dude.
The
This
only
guy's
reason I know
another
about
dude.
even the stabbing was because my mother-in-law told me on Sunday, on Saturday, or on Monday when she was over. Otherwise, I have no clue what happens, and I can kill
and
it.
she even had that information wrong.
Correct. She had the wrong information.
But so this whole thing's blowing up right now, and so it's my thing is just like, okay, it was wrong. Whoever thought of it, I'm surprised that somebody thought of this, and everybody was like, yeah, that's a good idea, right? And they still went with it because you had to like practice this and all that. It wasn't just like
Correct.
Yeah.
It looked
It
like
was a
it looked like
skit.
they, yeah.
It
It
was
looked
a
like it looked like they practiced.
Yeah.
right. And so I'm like, okay, but here's my thing: it's wrong. I get it's wrong. People should be like, hey, this is wrong, and then move on, right? Now you got a bunch of people making fake accounts about this stuff and like
I mean,
posting it
Let me-
everywhere.
well, let's split this.
Let's
say
split this up a little bit.
Let's say you went. There was a black victim, all black people,
right.
and they're doing a skit about Polish Highlanders and Polish people.
Would you get pissed?
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah, right. I get it.
I mean, it depends. I
It
don't know what
depends
context.
on
I
the
guess
context.
correct.
Right.
Because you know,
The
like stand-up.
context of this event was that this was just a comedy / skit,
Correct.
right?
Right.
So if the people that were on the spot understand that this is a skit / whatever it is,
Well, people
it's
were
comedy,
laughing. You heard people were laughing
yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff like that, right?
The reason it's getting blown out of proportion is because the fact that there is no context to it, and it's just a video of the event and what's happening in it.
Right. Right.
Realistically, if there was no video, there'd be nobody would be saying anything.
That's exactly right.
Right? Like people who were at the picnic would know, they'd be laughing about, oh, they had this.
Oh, you
funny
should have
thing,
seen
it was
the
a
sketch. It was
skit,
funny.
It was funny,
Right.
yada yada yada. But a video with no context makes it look bad.
Yeah.
And this is
Yes.
today's social
And
media.
Right.
Again, by taking a 10-minute video or by taking an hour stand up and
Cutting it up hard.
and cutting it up into 10-minute segments, you can
You,
take.
you lose the context.
Have you ever? So getting back to if we were back on sports, like I'm a diehard Packers fan. I love Aaron Rodgers. His context and everything he ever said. If like I'm listening to Pat McAfee and he's got this hour interview and he's talking about everything. It's great. And all of a sudden you go on other platforms. It's like Aaron said this, and it's like a 10-minute video. I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude, listen to the whole.
Right.
That's not what he said.
Right. Exactly.
There's a whole context behind what he said.
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
and every time his crap was taken out of proportion.
Yeah.
This is how it is with a lot of things.
Which a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying him. I'm just giving
Yeah.
that
Right,
example
right.
of.
Well,
that's
that's my thing. I'm like, I get it. It was funny and stuff like that. Was it wrong?
Partially,
Partially, sure. Should they have not done it? Probably not. Right.
Or maybe at least not recorded it.
Not recorded. That's for sure. Well, the person that recorded it is the one getting the most flack for it, right? And I get it that it's messed up, but my thing is just like, okay, it's wrong. We talked about it. Everybody gets it. Move on, right?
But there's a lot of warriors out there.
Keyboard
nowadays.
warriors
I know.
specifically.
social justice warriors, bro.
And so I just had somebody call me before this podcast, like, "Hey, how do I remove these fake Facebook accounts that people are making about this now? How do I remove them from Facebook?" I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Can you? I mean, you got to contact Facebook. I don't even know.
You
what
have to
he's talking-
contact Facebook. You have to report their profiles. You have to have a lot of people report their
yeah,
profiles,
exactly.
and then Facebook will be like, "Well, okay, let's look into this. 100 people reported this profile. There's something wrong with it, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't just log in and just say, "Hey,
Bam.
see ya."
Yeah.
Hit them with
exactly.
a ban hammer or something like that, right? You like that's like I'm like this is what happened. It's gone. I'm like the best thing to do is nothing,
And move on.
and in a week it'll blow over, right?
Yep.
But my thing is like
Unless you got BLM coming after.
right. Well,
Yeah.
apparently somebody contacted a lawyer,
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
and now apparently this. I don't know if it's like a predominantly black lawyer firm or whatever it is, law firm. Apparently they're going to be going after the person that made the recording.
Well, these can get some white old lawyers, and we'll be all right.
What's up?
Yeah.
Right.
It's wild.
But you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
Who made that video,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, as much as maybe I'm not a big fan of the guy, I'm like, he's still like you said before, like some of the stuff
he was
does,
recording. He didn't make the
right? And some of the stuff he says is stupid, but like the amount of information he provides to everybody in the community,
Good information.
is good information, right? And I'm like, I don't want him to be punished because he was like, oh, this is funny, let's post a video about it, right? He was just trying to give them a shout out that they made something funny
Exactly.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't blame him for any of that. It's not really his fault. That's
You have to find the villain, though. You have to find
They're
someone.
gonna find
he's the villain.
Find the villain.
Right,
The
to
guy
find
who,
the person.
the guy who was stabbing.
He's
That's
the villain. That's the crazy part. Is like I was telling my girlfriend, I get it that like we have all this, like this is all going on and stuff. I'm like, but is everybody just gonna overlook the fact that somebody got stabbed multiple times at the same event, and it wasn't even the right, like the person that was supposed to get stabbed wasn't even the one that got stabbed. It was somebody else because the guy that was doing the stabbing misinterpreted who the person was.
How do you stab a person? That's wild. I
Easy.
don't have
I
the
can
guts.
show
I
you if
don't-
you want.
Would never,
I mean,
would never cross my mind.
It never even come to
Right?
mind to take a knife.
If I got into an argument with you, I just fight you like a fucking man, and throw some fists, right? And maybe I get my ass beat. That's fine, right? But that's about it, right? I would never like. Let's say we
If
got
you
into a
hurt my
fight.
family, I'd be stabbing you.
Sure, that's different.
That's different.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, what they were
Yeah.
saying, but the crazy part is the from
Go
what
Liam Neeson on you.
from what I know is that the kid that did the stabbing.
I will find you and I will kill you.
Oh, yeah. The kid that did the stabbing apparently was making fun of this kid's dad for just dying.
I mean, that's pretty fucked up, but it's
Yeah.
But it's not a.
There's no
but-
reason
that's
to.
not a stabbing
But
reason.
he's the one that started it, and he's the one that was stabbing somebody,
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
right? That's a bitch move if you ask
It is a
me.
bitch move.
But for me, I would have been like, all right, let's say me and you got into an argument, we started fighting, we got into a fist fight, I got my ass beat. I wouldn't go to my car, get my knife, and come back and stab you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, like I'd be like, kick my ass. Let's be honest, right, and move on, right?
Yeah.
People don't know how to move on
I don't even
anymore.
entertain this stuff. I don't have time for it. So
Yeah.
when it comes to this stuff, one of the best moves I ever did in life was move to Indiana because I literally got away from everything.
Yeah.
Because I really don't have time. I don't really care what's going on. I don't know who's killing who's stabbing who. Like, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to hear anything about it. Like,
Right.
when someone comes to our house and tells me this, I'm like, okay, cool. I just let it go one ear through the other
Right.
because I'm like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I have kids. Like, I have so many more. Like, you have a business.
Yeah.
You have your own family to worry about. There's so much more important things.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the thing is like I don't really go on Facebook. I have Facebook for the podcast and my other business, and literally for the past 3 days.
But you don't need to because you're in a community that everyone's going to tell you what's going on.
Right, but for the past 3 days, I mean, my girlfriend has gotten to the bottom of this, so that's why I know so much information. She tells me about it. She just likes knowing
PI
about
right
this
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
She likes to know what's going on, right? And that's fine. I didn't see a single post. You know why? Because every time I go on Facebook, it's been on like the Tipsy Trailer account, so I don't see that because
Yeah.
it doesn't show up in my
Correct.
feeds, right? I'm on the wrong I'm on the wrong feed. Second I switch, 4 posts about this stuff, right? I think the person that was posting about this the most, and he probably watches this, he's probably gonna see this, is Eric, the one that we had on with the Viper, Topwood. He was the first one to kind of make a big comment and make a big fuss about Wojtek. Damn it, I already said the name. About Wojtek posting that video, right? And I get it, like
I mean, I don't think when he posted it, he thought of anything.
he wasn't doing it to be racist or
Yeah.
anything like that, right? He was posting it because it's like funny content, right? And he wanted people to see it.
Did anything ever happen with Black Thunder? Did Robert Downey Jr. get in trouble for doing that?
They try to
Yeah,
fucking.
he just said he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Okay,
Come on, he's a dude playing a dude. This guy's another dude, bro. Come on.
I mean, okay, the
And this was when?
the counter to that would be
Yeah, that's an old movie.
the counter to that would be white chicks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I mean,
That's a good movie, by the way.
people.
It's funny.
In today's day and age, people just get easily
Here's
distracted.
here's the
and
thing.
Overly. What's the word I'm looking for? The overly. You were just saying earlier. Emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotional about
Well,
stupid
here's
shit.
here's the thing: is everybody is talking about this on Facebook, whatever, creating these fake profiles and stuff like that. And it's like you see that person face to face, guaranteed they're not gonna say shit,
Yeah.
right? They're not gonna say anything. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I saw it,"
Yeah, exactly.
and that's about it, right?
Yep.
It's like get off your goddamn phone, dude. Get off the computer. Go do something.
Go put your feet in the grass.
But
Go touch some grass.
people
That's
don't.
Touch some grass.
That's the saying
know.
is go touch grass.
I wish I had grass. I only have dirt right now in the house. We don't have no fucking grass. No grass.
You
at
can
all.
touch my grass if you want.
I will. I already
You got a
probably-
tree? Go touch leaves.
I wouldn't- trees are
Go
dying
rub
too.
some fucking.
Son of a gun.
That's funny. All right, I think we're gonna wrap this up. It was awesome.
Are you gonna check Bitcoin?
Yeah, what's Bitcoin at, bro? What's
Here we
Bitcoin at,
go.
dude? Let's go.
Well, so much running it.
I don't know anything about Bitcoin.
But we're gonna have to talk about it one day. We're gonna do this again.
Sounds good.
Bitcoin.
Prize.
Wow.
Oh, we're 19. 119. What are you doing? What are you searching for so long? Jesus.
I was.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
Holy
We're
smokes,
back.
280?
We're back.
Up
That's
$280
shit.
today.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking that 280%. That's 24%.
No,
Go
go
on.
over 5 years. Or
No,
go
that's
max.
0.24%.
Go max. Go max. Go max.
No, I mean, I know
You
it's...
ready for this giant ass graph? Boom.
118,000%.
When did you start buying Bitcoin?
17.
So back here.
I bought Bitcoin before at $3,000.
Wow.
Yeah, but then I sold it.
And then you bought more.
I have a little bit, but not that much.
You
I'm
bought
more
a-
invested in mining it than anything. So.
Okay.
I'm
Paul bought Bitcoin $100,000 ago.
yeah.
190. Wasn't it just like at 70 or 80? There's a dip right there in 2025. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
84.
85 in March.
That's why I told you to buy it.
I know.
So I keep telling everybody, but nobody listens to me. Well, fuck you guys. You guys will pay your price, and that's it, dude. All right. End this already so I can stop yelling about Bitcoin. Bitcoin to the moon.
What do you mean? We're going to press stop record and we're going to talk about it for the next 30 minutes.
I know. I always have questions about
After
Bitcoin.
Annie gets off the phone
I
with
did
his
it.
wife.
I did
she's
set
already
up a
called
while.
him
She
3
was
times.
calling.
Yeah, my wife was texting me too. She was like, yo, the kids are crying. Damn,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure my girlfriend just texted me good night. You know? she knows. She knows. She's like, guy's never gonna call me back or text me back, especially when I'm recording.
Yeah.
She knows that today's the recording day, so she just won't. She's like, yeah, just text me tomorrow.
Yeah,
Have a
I'm
good
way-
night, everybody.
Whoa, hour past my bedtime.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll be
Peace
back
out,
soon.
people.
Thank you, Andy, for coming. Have a good
Thank
night.
you guys. Appreciate
Peace.
it, man.